Get ready to start jumping up and down like idiots.
I may not be the world's greatest lover, but 17th place isn't half bad.
It's Madamus of the Back Library, former Cosmic Defender turned archive curator, streaming throughout every week. Retro and modern game stream. Watch him fail. Yapping stream. He'll call you pretty. Karaoke stream. Prepare your ear holes. Movie and TV watch-along stream. Definitely not infringing copyright. Definitely. Bonus gorilla stream. Watch them for Harambe. If you don't watch live, Chibi Madamus will cry. Is that not enough? If you don't watch live, the dinosaurs will go extinct again.
Don't blame me, I did not authorize any of this.
Plus, why watch Madamus of the Back Library for free when you can pay for it?
I'd like to talk to you about our special financing options.
YouTube channel memberships starting at one incredibly low price.
Less than all your favorite prescription drugs.
And Madamus will moan the name of anyone who becomes a member live.
Wait, what?
New schedule posted weekly on X and YouTube. Go read it.
Back that up. What's this about moaning?
All streams scheduled in Eastern Time, God's favorite time zone.
When did I ever agree to moan every member's name?
Always streaming horizontal, never vertical, just the way you like it.
Quit changing the subject.
Follow, subscribe, like, watch, do the things, have the fun.
Okay, fine, as long as I'm getting paid.
Madamus of the Back Library.
Greetings, brohams, what the dealio? Welcome to the Back Library. I am Madamus, former Cosmic Defender turned archive curator. Hail to the chat. Welcome in Guy Kagami. Welcome in David. Welcome in Greg. Welcome in Daylin. And you're lurking. Okay, thank you for lurking. Enjoy your lurk. Welcome in Judd. Welcome in Win again. Anyone else who's currently watching, welcome in. If you are lurking, thank you for lurking. If you are VOD watching, thank you for watching the VOD. Please consider a comment on the VOD. It does help with the algorithm. Like, subscribe, notification bell, follow on Twitter, do the things, have the fun, win the game. Woo! Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm going to probably just get right into this Colonel Sanders amiss. The breakup didn't go well. No. Colonel Sanders loved me, but he didn't want to work with me. What can I do, Guy? Another relationship has failed. Add it to the list. So for those of you who read the title of the stream, and if you didn't, I guess I mean, you're still here, so that's cool. For those of you who read the title, tonight we are doing another live chat with Lawnmower Girl. Selmore, we love having her on. I love chatting with her. She's just such a wealth of information and just always such a joy to chat with. I am going to go ahead and switch us over to the makeshift, it's still makeshift, someday we'll have something more official, the makeshift chat room. And we will go ahead and start yapping with her now. Just a moment. Oh, there. Okay, why wasn't that showing up? That's really weird. Okay, there it is. All right, let me go ahead and take us over into that room. Door transition. Okay, and welcome in, Lawnmower Girl. You're on now. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with cues. Oh my gosh, I'm awful with cues. It's been a long week already, and it's only Tuesday. But welcome in.
Thank you. I am really happy to be here. I had so much fun last time.
Yeah, it was great. Oh boy, so I was I've been trying to find a good place to start with, and I think a good place to start is I was just watching a video of yours, which was part of your trilogy of videos. It was, and I know you were telling me that you poured a lot of your heart and your soul into it. And it was the, what was the title? It was Cupid. I remember the Cupid part, and I always forget the rest. It was Cupid's, let me find it.
Cupid's Play.
Cupid's Play. Okay, I keep wanting to say Cupid's Stand. I don't know why. That's so weird.
Hey, sequel idea.
But yeah, why don't you go ahead and tell a little bit more about that video and what it meant for you and what you were really how it fit with the other videos you had done, because you did the video where you were the Lawnmower Girl Selmore character. Your character was against Santa and against Father Time, correct?
Yes. Okay, so I'll do a little bit of lead in.
Yeah, please.
It started off with Selmore versus Santa, and that one was all about kind of going against tradition and just kind of like a way to kind of jumpstart the series. I wanted to start simple and complicated by the time everything was done, and so by the time I was done with the standoff, in which I let him go because you have to, of course. And then Father's Time. What happened at the end of Selmore versus Santa was you see me walking in snow and all that. Now before that, this is in my teal form, before the blue form you see in front of you. Yeah. And so you'll see like me wandering and finding a cave to rest in. But it's like a cave of the allegory. And it was, Father Time was about facing my past, accepting who I was, and using that as a strength to move forward into the future. Just because I am, who I am today versus before, it doesn't mean I have to ignore the past.
Yes.
I can still pull on my past as a source of strength. And so it was about being at peace, being at calm with yourself.
Yes.
And then at the end of that one, after the whole battle through time, which was really fun, because you got to see baby Selmore. Essentially by the end of that, I had taken on the traits of Father Time, and so that's why you got to see all the different stages of life, which play in the next one, because when I leave the cave, you see me get shot in the back of the shoulder with an arrow. And that leads into Cupid's Play. Now, it's not Cupid's Play like, excuse me.
You're fine.
Like, this is a play about Cupid. It's about his play on working with his arrow of truth in me. And I was processing. This whole series came from, I was processing. First, in 23, my mother passed, and that kind of started the whole depression arc. And then the love of my life, my little furball, which her name is Dot. And as you saw in Cupid's Play, she played a...
that was one of the things that really did strike me, really grabbed at me was, I once the fur section started, the fuzzy section started, it's just like, oh wow, I think I know where this is going. To let people know, I was in one of the darkest places of my life ever. And I used the ability and the tools available to me because, living in van life, I don't have access to a full-time computer and all that. No,
and
exactly.
So I worked with AI to help create the pictures, and I did all the editing and all the other stuff. But what it allowed me to do is process my emotions. And Cupid what he was doing was he was making, like, when he first finds me, when it opens up into a song where he's jumping down, what's really going on is he's going into my soul and he's talking directly to my soul, and he's sending me on this journey that will allow self-healing. And so when Cupid's Play got into it, the first one is kind of like, okay, well, what's going on here? And then you saw the second one the second part where you see the little pieces of light jumping up and down and stuff like that. That was me coming into my, waking back up, but I'm not in reality. I'm in this metaphorical spiritual journey that I've been sent on. And as that evolved, I come across this fur ball. And despite the tragedy that I've been through, I knew I had to protect this fur ball. The fur ball represented my heart. And and my dog Dot, she was the most, like, you've seen my post, she was everything to me. Yes. And I still cry about her almost daily sometimes.
I understand that. I can't say it's daily, but I've said before, the last dog I had is the one that it hit the hardest when he went, and it's one of those things where it does just pop up out of nowhere, just least expected, and thinking back and wondering if he was happy, that sort of thing. There's just so many things you wonder about.
I do. It was with Dot. It was, I rescued her. She was a rescue. Yes. And I rescued her on the 22nd. So I had her exactly 14 years of her life. And the day that I had to put her down, she had been shutting down for a few days. And, her back, she couldn't no longer walk on her back, so I had to hold her up when she was going to the bathroom and stuff. Oh, geez. And she wasn't eating anymore, so she was definitely in pain. So not to down everybody.
No, you're fine. It's important.
It's a pet. I'll just put it like this. When I was buying and selling phones on Craigslist to survive, there was one time, I call her my apocalypse dog because of this, because I was at this area where I was buying this phone, and I went to this area and I took her with me, but where I looked, I showed up 15 minutes early so I could scope out the whole area, but there's one area behind me I couldn't see. And so I was concerned about that. So when I sat down, because I'm not going to stand for 15 minutes just chilling. So I sat down, and when I'm sitting there, I'm watching the whole area because I want to make sure I'm not getting set up to be robbed. She instinctually went to my back, sat back to back, meaning I felt her warmth on my back, and she looked in the opposite direction for me. Oh, wow. And that's when I said, oh, you're my apocalypse dog. Okay, I get it. You got my back, I got your back. Okay.
That's sweet.
Yeah. And so in Cupid's Play, I was not only dealing with, the death of my mom and the death of my dog, but I had to work my way through this depression, and this allowed me to process it. And that's when you get into let's see, what is it? I think it's Cracks in the Mirror. Yes. And Cracks in the Mirror is when I realized that my past, no matter how I feel it's treated me or what's happened to me, all those little cracks, I might not be the perfect reflection I thought I once was, but all those little cracks make up who I am.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. That's one of those things. I'm sorry for interrupting. That's one of those things. Whenever I when I was years ago, I used to be someone more who would look back and, boy, I wish, what if things would have gone this way or that way. But the older I've gotten, the more I think even, no matter how much bad certain things were or are, I wouldn't be who I am today without that. So why would I want to change that? Because it wouldn't be me anymore.
I have a friend. His name's Ez. You probably see him interacting with me quite a bit on Twitter. He's been an incredible friend through my darkest times. He was always there dealing with my BS. Because, we're playing a game, but then all the rage would come out because, it's Overwatch.
Oh, gotcha.
But anyway, he sat there and he listened and he was very compassionate during this time. And I didn't have to say anything. I would just log in at 10 o'clock at night. He would just magically show up and we'd just play games.
Oh.
And it's good to find a friend like that.
Yes, it is.
And where was I going? Oh, he said that he wished he knew me while we were growing up so that he could have protected me from things. And yeah, as sweet and adorable as that is, if that happened,
you wouldn't be...
I wouldn't be Lawnmower Girl.
No, you wouldn't. It'd be a completely different person.
I would.
And it's amazing. I go back to this. This is why I say, and I'm completely going off on a tangent here, but this is why I say to everyone, with everyone out there, whenever people hate on the movie Star Trek V, no, because this is the whole, seriously, no, but this is one of the key messages in that movie. Is it has to do with a prophet who has the ability to take away people's pain of their most painful memories, and one of the big parts of it is Kirk being the only one to refuse, saying, if I turned left when it should have turned right, I don't need to be taken on a tour of that. I don't want my pain taken away. I need my pain. It makes us who we are.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, it does.
And no matter how hard it hurts.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm always telling people, like, a lot of my core messaging is, no matter what you go through, even if you don't feel like smiling, you have to take a step forward. And it can be painful. And even a fake smile works. Because when you, believe it or not, when you put on a fake smile, everybody can try it right now. Everybody in the audience, if they just smile and hold it for a second, there's a change that happens chemically on the inside of your brain and inside your body. And eventually, a fake smile will become a real smile.
That's funny how that works. It really is. I wish my model could smile without me hitting the toggle button, but...
That's one thing. I have another great friend. She goes by Dr. Synapse.
Okay.
And
yes.
she's the one who made this model for me.
Yes.
And she, oh my God. Okay. Whereas is a person that I can be around and nothing has to be said. Dr. Sin, S-Y-N, not S-I-N.
Yeah.
Dr. Sin, she allowed me to open up. And she just I just gushed and just every moment and tragedy of my life. And she just sat there and let me say it.
That's good.
And that's what triggered my healing process to make these specials that got me to where I am right now. And I wanted to finish up on Cupid's Play that there's one song that everybody loves, and it's The Shadows Within. And it's the second to last song. Okay. And in that story, you see Shadow Selmore coming out of the mirrors from, all the cracked mirrors and stuff. And it's about how no matter how hard you try to be happy or not, whatever's going to happen, that depression, that darkness is always going to be a part of you.
Mm-hmm.
And so you might as well use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
And by the end of that song,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see an animated kind of little section where a huge beam of energy comes down and envelops me in all this emotional energy, and it kind of explodes. And that is when I went through my magical girl transformation.
Gotcha. Love it.
And that's where Sell More Blue was born.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why at the end of the Shadows Within, the very next song or the end of the story is called Whole Again, because I finally learned and accepted all of who I am, so I can move forward.
Nice.
And that's what Sell More Blue is, the best of me.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And that's one thing. I know I've said this before. I think I said it even last time we had you on. Your lore is just there's so much depth to your lore and all the different iterations of yourself, and that's something I can't really think of another VTuber or streamer, whatever, who's done something like that. I really, really love it. It's so unique.
Wow.
And really watching Cupid's play again, today, refreshing myself, having it play while I was working, your lyrics, really, I love the lyrics to your songs. They really do tell your stories so well. It doesn't leave too much guesswork to it.
No, that's, and I have another friend, and I will say one thing. When I started my Lawnmower Girl journey, none of it would have started until back in 2022, when I decided that, because I'm extremely nice. I have a very easygoing, nice, empathetic personality in real life. What I am and who I talk to, this is me. And I finally made the decision in my life that people weren't going to take advantage of me anymore. And
that's
that
good.
if I can sit there and help them out and help them and achieve greatness, why can't I do that for myself
Absolutely.
too? Right.
Absolutely.
And so I did it. I did. And that was the day I turned into Lawnmower Girl. That's the day I uploaded my first video. And so everybody who has either coming in later on or who was with me, because I've known you now for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
And my lore's been going for 3 years now, almost 4, something like it, 2022 to 20. Yeah. So, in May, it'll be 4 years. And the lore, what I've done is, a lot of people don't know this, but I've taken everything that I've been through and I've turned it into my lore through metaphor. And that's, oh my God. Oh, okay. So, just an example.
Sure.
Okay. By the end of 2025, I wanted to be back to my traditional 2D animation roots. I wanted, I was gonna just get right back into it, just having fun. But the universe was like, you know what? We're gonna slam you with that semi.
Yeah.
But during that time, you mentioned you like my lyrics and my songs.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you'll see me just write songs on Twitter.
Yes, I've noticed that.
I don't always call them out as songs, but you'll see just all of a sudden I'm writing about a whole bunch of paragraphs. And over this time, since July 29th, no, even actually a little bit before that, which was really weird, because I almost set up, well, I didn't set it up, but it was almost like the universe was giving me hints because I've written a total of 15 different songs.
Okay.
And the very first song I wrote was singing about the gates of Eden and how they wait for you, and all you have to do is walk through.
Okay.
And it was basically saying this time it's a time of passage, and you have to move forward with love, care, and grace.
Okay.
And then my next song was called "The Justice of the Societal Mind," or Tajatsum. And that one's more of while I was out visiting Dr. Synapse, 7 other VTubers showed up. And I was not ready for this. And one of them, and they didn't know it, but he triggered something inside me that shut me down. It shut me down.
Oh dear.
It shut me down. And that's what the justice of the societal mind is all about.
Okay.
And then there's, multiple songs after that, but all these songs are chronicling my journey of healing, both physically, mentally from this accident. And I just finished writing the last song, which lore-wise, it's gonna wrap my lore back into the very beginning of what's happened.
Oh, wow.
I may have mentioned this last time, but my lore is almost kind of backwards in a way. To just give you a quick idea, my very first videos, you'll see me be like, where am I? Oh, there I am. And what that is, and that was it. That was the very first video. And what that was is Catherine the programmer, right? She had already been slain, and this was her memory, what's left of her memory that was downloaded into the full personality sync that she created. But there was someone had slain her while she was trying to do this experiment in the middle of the night, because she had to sneak into the lab, and that triggered all the arc that brought us all the way around to now to allow me to talk to you. Well, I'm using my accident and everything that happened as metaphor that it's going to wrap into that moment where it's actually going to be with Catherine, who's racing her way to the lab before she's slain. And the very last song is called Reclamation, or the next special is going to be called Reclamation. Okay. And without spoiling anything, I'm just going to say it's going to go to the exact moment when she hits enter, just as after she's been shot, to download her personality. So it's going to wrap all the way around, and then that's going to kick off a new era where my timeline will start moving forward.
Okay. I love that. I love that.
That's going to be fun.
And I know we've talked before about a lot of your influences with that too, because I can certainly see them, like the Tron influences, and and one that was striking me just then, and I know it's one out of left field. Gosh, this may be before your time. Not that I'm old, chat. I'm not doxing my age. Max Headroom. I don't know if you remember or ever heard of Max Headroom.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Yes, I barely remember. I mean, beyond the like the advertising that they used him for, I remember the TV series had something with him being a journalist, and they had copied his brain and didn't think he was going to live or something. So you had the actual person here, and meanwhile this digital version of him there.
I did not know that.
It was something where they tried to download his brain, but there wasn't enough room on the hard drive, which all they had room to fit to it was just his head, which led to the name Max Headroom, because it was the Max Headroom.
Oh. I remember they used in I think it was Back to the Future Part 2, a parody of it.
Yes, Daylin just mentioned that. One of my chatters just mentioned, yeah, they had I remember they had the Ronald Reagan and the Michael Jackson parodies of Max Headroom. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I actually, believe it or not, I was actually just researching Max Headroom probably about a week ago.
You're kidding.
No, because I'm a sci-fi nut. Okay. It was ever since I was itty bitty. I was always tearing apart electronics. My dad, he was so pissed. You know, he had this one really nice color TV he liked, and I was curious how the sound came out of the speaker. Now you got to remember, I'm just a toddler at this point, and I go. And I stick my finger right into the speaker system just so I can look inside and see how it works. So I'm happy.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would have done, but not with the full TV.
Well, you know, and I've taken apart. I remember my sister. I have an older sister. She had a stereo system that was like a record player and stereo with separable speakers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see how it worked, and I wanted to see if I could take it apart and put it back together again and see if it would work. And it did. And
I'm glad it did. Thank heaven it did.
So I've always been dabbling inside electronics, and
You okay?
Oh yeah, sorry. I burned my leg.
Yes.
And I was just scratching it with my fingernail, and I think I just caused it to bleed.
Oh dear. Well, if you need to take care of that for a moment, I can put you on mute.
Hold on.
Okay. Okay, I've got you muted right now. Okay. Let me see what all chat is saying. Let's see. Welcome in Jennifer and Dark Hunter, and I know I already said hello to Greg, and welcome back, Daylin. Let's see what else we got here. And welcome in Vice. And I already said Jennifer. Why am I repeating that to myself now? I remember the start of her journey as Lawnmower Girl. I was there from the get-go. Nice. Wow, that's awesome. Matt Frower. Yep. That was Dark Hunter. Here, let me... All right. Are you ready for me to unmute you, or are you still... Okay. Okay. Max Headroom, talk about a callback. Yeah, I was thinking about Max Headroom. Part of it came up because I was playing a game recently called Thimbleweed Park, which we're going to be continuing. And there's a girl who's in the game applying for a job at Mucus Film Games, which is LucasArts. And she has a picture of Max Headroom on her wall. I love that. Is it, by the way, chat, if you haven't watched any of my streams and if you haven't played it, Thimbleweed Park has so many great callbacks to the 80s and 90s. It is such a great game. David Romig Jr., I disassembled and reassembled my Commodore 1541 disk drive as a kid. Thankfully, it still worked when it was done. Yeah, thankfully it still worked. Man, getting a working, that just reminds me, because getting a working 5 1/4 floppy disk drive now is such a chore. Things shouldn't be this difficult, but they are. Oh, what is... Okay, welcome in the Shy Siren. Welcome in. Hope you are having a good night. Hope you had fun playing Undertale. Dave, I remember Matt Frower as Jim Taggart in Eureka. Let me go ahead and unmute you then. Okay.
Hi, Dante. I just had to say hi, Dante. No, Dante, I just wanted to say vocally, Dante has been around here forever, and he's awesome. He's a good person.
Gotcha. Well, thank you, Dante. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to remember where we were. So are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm bleeding, but, you know, gosh. What's different?
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
I'm just going to have to pat it until it, like, coagulates.
It's weird how you say that and I start grabbing at my own leg as if I've cut myself. I don't know why that always happens.
Well, just grab the backside of your right calf.
Oh, Is that?
And that is where the damage is.
Ouch! Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's where all the coffee splashed, and like, not to be gruesome, but I literally saw my skin peeling backwards.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was gnarly and neat all at the same time.
Yeah, I would have freaked out.
But just to give people an idea, just final thing, with the whole or with the reclamation special I've been working on, the reclamation special is, like I said, it's almost like a prologue, since Lawnmower Girl is a reflection of my life. And everything lines up perfectly that I can insert this at the beginning of the story in order to get it to where it needs to be. So everything's going to be perfectly fit. So instead of being hit randomly by a semi off of a highway in Kansas, I am going to, this is the only part I'm going to say, it's going to open up with me being chased down mountain highways as I'm trying to race to Zach Labs.
Gotcha.
And I'm downloading Leon, which is the custom AI that I would have built, and they are sending someone after me. So I'm literally I'm literally turning my wreck into the opening sequence for that. Yeah. So it's gonna be fun, but I'm also trying to do really high quality. The reason I haven't done anything is because this is gonna be what they call coup de grace or whatever.
The coup de grace. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. Coup de grace.
Whatever the word is, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love stories like that bookend like that. And to me, there aren't enough of them. Stories where it starts at an ending, and it works its way back from then the beginning back to that ending or whatever in just a perfect match like that. I love that circular story. Circular storytelling. Well,
one thing about Lawnmower Girl is it's all about, and this is from the very beginning, from a few years ago, it's all about being caught in loops. And so it just kind of naturally flowed that way. I programmed my brain at the beginning about the loops and the idea. I knew where I was going to go. I didn't know how I was going to get there. And everybody who, like you, are now officially a part of the lore.
I love that. And thank you for letting me be a part of it too. I appreciate that.
Well, anybody who interacts with me or has the ability to affect my story, I would have to react to it. And my story has evolved and given me the ability to communicate and talk with people, and that's how we're here now. And with the story wrapping in on itself, it gives agency to being able to do a whole lot more. So it's neat. I like it. I'm having fun.
Yeah, I love it too. I can't wait until you're able to. I can't wait to see it, because I was really enjoying too up until the time of the accident. You were working on that Lonnie, the series of shorts for Lonnie, and that was interesting. I was really curious to see where that was going.
Well, you're in that.
Into. Yeah. Well, it would be or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, before the semi happened.
Yeah.
Lonnie had shown up at the Zach Labs, and it turned. And at this point, people should realize that Lonnie was taking place in the Pokemon universe.
Yeah, I remember the Pokemon part. Even I've never played Pokemon, but I recognized the Pokemon.
Yeah, and I had an encounter with Giovanni, or in this case, unknown boss.
Yeah.
And he called me an experiment, and he was like checking up and seeing what was going on. And because what happens is after it was like the first day of the job is really what was going on. And after that, after I was going to leave Zach Labs, I was going to end up going into town and finding you.
Oh. And
you were going to be running an arcade.
Nice. I'll take
it. And yeah, and so like this is where you relax and hide from the world and get lost into a world of games. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm not exactly sure how it goes, but, you know, that just hasn't happened yet. But it is all still, everything I've made, like I said, it's all part of the lore. And this all takes place. Now, Lonnie took place directly after Cupid's play.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have this new form. And then the very next thing you see, or at least you think you see Selmore Blue, which is me, shooting Selmore Teal.
Yes, I remember that.
And, you know, might be a misdirect. Might be.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, and so that story was also designed to be like a loop that everybody was trapped in, but each time a new character shows up, they alter the loop and bring everything closer to getting out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, yeah. So it was fun. And, you know, and the whole idea was working with, like I said, Santa's we'll just call it Santa. The Santa episode was mostly working with backgrounds, where when I was animating the backgrounds and stuff, mostly just to kind of create a vibe.
Yeah.
And then as you go through it, I introduced the Father Time character, and it turned in, you know, it was a duet, of course. And then that one moved on into Cupid. Wait, where was I going with this? I lost track. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I honestly don't know either. I know we were talking about Lonnie and loops. We were talking about loops.
And basically, like I said, everything in my universe is about being in loops and figuring out how to break yourself free from them. And yeah.
And see, I love that, because I think back to sci-fi, and so many of my favorite sci-fi stories, even when they're ones other people have hated, have involved things like being trapped in a time loop and trying to break that cycle where things just keep repeating and repeating. And what's the trigger to get out of this?
That's the funny thing. I want to read something I posted just today.
Sure.
Okay, here, let me see if I can find the original. Okay, so All Day Astronomy posted, if the universe began, who pressed start? Right? Here's my response. It was me, in the future, or is it the past now? I keep humanity into a bootstrap paradox in order to save the species. This ultimately caused our universe to keep reaching the end and resetting. Each time I reset, we get more technologically advanced, and eventually we catch up to the moment the bootstrap happens. It was that or destruction. That's why civilizations seem to repeat, and we seem alone in the universe. We're in a bubble. It's the loop, and I'll do it again and again.
I love that. Well, Greg Johnson says, thank you, Lawnmower Girl. So there you go.
Yeah. Saving humanity one loop at a time.
I love that. I wonder what they thought of your answer. That's what I want to know. What were they reacting reading that?
Right. It's fun. Plus it answers all sorts of stuff. So like imagine if time happens all at once. It's probably more like if you take a string, not string theory, but maybe, I don't know. Okay. But you take a string and you wind it up and you keep winding up. Now, the beginning of the string is the beginning and the end of the string is the ending. But as you keep winding it in a ball, time in this representation starts overlapping itself as you continue to build this sphere of this string, right? So if time happens all at once because of the way it's compressed and put together, then that would explain things like ghost. What would ghost be? Well, it would be an artifact from another time that's just overlapping. And stuff like that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let me see if I could switch you on to another sci-fi series, even though the home video versions you get right now aren't the best. since I know you're a fan of Doctor Who, there's a series from there's a British series. It was set up similar to the way Doctor Who was, where it was mini-series type format. Only like 36 episodes it ran. It's called Sapphire and Steel, and I know I've mentioned it probably before at some point.
I've heard that before.
Sapphire and Steel is about agents. It operates from the idea that time is actually a malevolent creature trying to break into our world. And these are the agents, and these are the agents going to different points in history or whatever, different events that are happening to stop it from breaking through. And the series ends in a way that's kind of a shocker. But the first miniseries, without spoiling too much of it, the first miniseries had to do with what you mentioned about ghosts. And it had to do with an old house and the oldest room in the house, and a family. The first episode was like a full-on horror story, reading nursery rhymes to their kids. And because nursery rhymes have their origins with historical events, like Ring Around the Roses is, you know, kind of a horrific thing.
A plague.
Yeah. And it causes, like, saying this in this old house and repeating this nursery rhyme causes time to start to break through, and it's almost in the form of like ghosts and creatures and demons stealing their parents. So these kids are just without their parents, and then suddenly hear Sapphire and Steel show up at their door because they monitored a disruption in time or something like that.
I'm gonna look into that. That sounds cool.
It's a really great. I'll send you a link later. It's a really, if I can find
please do.
something to it. It's really, yeah. It's short though. They're 30-minute episodes, just like Doctor Who used to be, and there's only like 36 total. It didn't last very long.
At first, I thought you were going to say Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
No, although I do like the old BBC version of that. I do enjoy that for what it is. I do enjoy that.
You know what? Someone told me, or not told me. Someone was talking about it, and it never occurred to me because I've only seen like glimpses of it, you know, like, and the BBC one is the one you're talking about where the guy had a horrible puppet head on his shoulder.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. But I remember in this video that I was watching about it, they were talking about how people complain about how it wasn't like the book. And then he was like, you guys don't get it. Each time this story is presented, it's from a different universe.
I love that.
Right? And I was like, oh, that makes sense, actually.
I can buy that.
And that's, yeah, and that's the perfect excuse why it's always different.
Yeah,
right?
That is. I heard a story, too. You just reminded me about the old BBC Hitchhiker's Guide. There was something about because it was being made at the same time I think Empire Strikes Back was being made, and the folks from Lucasfilm were like talking to, I guess, some of the folks at the BBC working on Hitchhiker's Guide, and BBC folks said, oh, well, check out what we're working on, and they brought them in and showed them their shoestring effects on Hitchhiker's Guide. Oh, I don't know what the whole reaction was. Gosh, someone at work at one of my old jobs told me that story. I don't remember if he said what their reaction was, but yeah. Here's something some people have mentioned in chat. First of all, I guess relating to the time stuff, y'all hear that the University of South Korea thinks dark matter may finally be confirmed to have mass. I hadn't heard anything about that. And
you know,
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Okay. You know, with dark matter, it's probably directly tied to time, and because time is really weird and it's not a constant, and that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize is that time is malleable. The best description is, if time wasn't malleable and it was a constant, then we wouldn't have gravity. Because gravity directly affects how time works. It's like if you had a 400-mile spaceship that was going by a black hole and it got a little too close to the black hole. And so one end of the ship is, normal time, but the other end of the ship is 400 years have passed.
Yes. Okay. Gosh, I forget about that. I always forget about the black hole thing with time.
Yeah. And so what that means is that every single space is filled with something. And this something, when it interacts with gravity, creates time. So it's probably dark matter. That's just how my brain's running on that.
It makes as much sense as anything else. I'll take it. What's this? Dark Hunter. Another one is Alice in Wonderland. Yet Alice in Wonderland is showing how the brain dies. That's an interesting concept for me. I never thought about that. In fact, Edge of Tomorrow. Okay, Edge of Tomorrow has that same idea to it as well. That's that Live, Die, Repeat, isn't it? I think so, because I think they renamed it.
I'm really digging that metaphor for Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, because, if you think about it, she fell down a hole, and maybe she cracked her head open. Yeah. And the delusions that she saw were her brain making it up as she went. The Cheshire Cat. He could represent the dopamine that gets released in your blood or in your brain when you're dying.
Could be. Man, it's a terrifying thought when you start really thinking about it. Oh wow. Greg Johnson.
That's why. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Go ahead.
I was saying that's why we smile.
Yes, definitely need to smile. If it has mass too, it makes the cyclical theory and Big Crunch completely plausible. They aren't absolutely certain yet, though. Now that goes above my head, so I have no idea.
Oh, I want to try and tell a joke to everybody in the audience.
Okay.
This is not my joke, but it made me giggle.
Okay.
What did the buffalo say to his kid when he dropped him off?
I have no idea.
Bye, son.
Bye, son. Oh, that is a certified dad joke if I've ever heard one.
People are starting to send me jokes.
Really? Are they?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
that's a banger right there.
Right? I was like, okay. So there's one joke. That's all you get.
Okay. Dark Hunter, time's only existence is what we are willing to put into it. We could change time at any time we want, yet you have to open your mind.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I would say that I jumped timelines to this timeline. I was trained to for astral travel. Do you know what that is?
I've heard of it, but go ahead if you want to try to explain.
Okay. It's kind of like perceiving and observing an area remotely, kind of like remote viewing.
Okay.
And the government has come out saying you can remote view and da-da-da-da-da. Well, while I was doing my paranormal radio stint for 5 years, I was the social media manager for the station. I got to meet so many different people. And they asked if I wanted to sit in and learn in a class on how to astral travel and go and investigate areas, right? Now, I wasn't very good at it. Not like how these other people were reacting. I was like, okay, sure. And so, but what it really boiled down to was a meditative state and pushing your 5 senses beyond yourself. And one of the practices that we did was looking at your own timeline. Up to where you are, like from birth to now.
Okay.
And then you think about one decision you made that may have changed the entire course of your life. And when you do that, and you're, like I said, this is just a meditative state. It's a practice. And what you do is you visualize in this state what your life would have been if you made a different decision.
Different changes. Okay.
Yeah. And I remember I broke down crying because like the one decision I made, it changed so much in my life. And to change that one moment, I saw myself being extremely happy. Yeah. And extremely in bliss, really. And but at the same time, it taught me that just because I can imagine and see that doesn't mean I can't make that a reality now.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so when I say I jump timelines, I'm talking about I looked at what could have been, and I'm making that possible now.
I love
and
that.
So, yeah, it's just a way of trying. It's kind of like the same thing my specials were talking about, Yeah. Oh, and if you see me going down like this and all this, I'm just tending to my leg.
No, don't worry about it. If you see my head do anything weird, and that goes for you, chat, I'm just taking some hydration breaks because a lot of you know my throat is completely wrecked.
Hydration.
Indeed. What was that you'd said, David? Let me back this up a little bit. Talking about your joke, Greg, Lawnmower, you've earned a solid knee slap. David, Romick Jr., I tell my son he's so bright, I call him son way too often. Oh, yeah, that's dad joke. Dark Hunter, yes, she hit her head on the ground when she landed. Okay, so yeah, when she fell down the hole. Okay, that makes sense then with Alice in Wonderland. Got it. Okay. And Dark Hunter also, I know all about astral travel. Yeah, I'd heard about it. I mean, you see it mentioned in some occasional movies and whatnot, but I didn't know that was really a thing. I don't research anything, so I didn't know that.
It's about perception.
Yes.
Let me give you an idea. The one time I've hacked a human. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Now this one. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. So I'm sitting there now. I actually started working on Lawnmower Girl, or at least the universe before it was known as Lawnmower Girl. In 2001.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Actually, a little bit before that, because I made a game. I taught myself how to make a bulletin board system with a game in the 90s.
Okay, I think you mentioned that before.
Yeah, and so my lore kind of started there. But then in 2001, I had a friend who was like, can you help me get people interactive on my forums? I was like, sure. So I created this thing called the story thread, and it still echoes everything into today. So I was like, okay, so here's the rules. If I post a paragraph or whatever part of a story, I cannot respond or react to my own story until someone else puts the next piece in. And then, and depending, and then if other people do as well, and then I would have to adapt my idea to take what they said and cohesively blend it all together into my next insert.
Okay.
And yeah. And so that kept growing, and that was when characters like Catherine Dragon, Catherine, if you notice, it's the same name as the programmer.
Yes.
And a lot of the other characters were actually present, and I once again forgot where I was going with this.
I'm trying to remember. Okay, you were talking about creating a game. We were talking about astral. Oh, you were talking about hacking into a human.
Oh, yes.
That's where I see,
Okay.
man, my brain, yeah, I lose my train of thought too, so.
ADHD does wonders.
Oh.
Okay. So anyway, there was this one guy. He was 16, and he wanted to get into writing. He was living with his friend in an apartment, and they were in Sweden. And so I sat there, and this is when I first learned remote viewing, because I learned that it's all about confidence. So I guess there's two pieces to this. I sat there, and he goes, "There's no such thing as psychic ability and stuff." And I was like, "Are you sure about that?" And he goes, "Yeah." I go, "Okay, mind if I tell you exactly the layout of your room?" He goes, "Sure." I told him the bed. I told him where he would sit in order to look at his computer monitor, and I told him the layout of his room and the hallway. And he was like, "Nah, see, you said there was a plaid pattern on my bed." I said, "Well, yeah." And he goes, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Oh, there is a plaid shirt underneath my like his covers." And I was like, "Well, see, there you go."
Oh, wow.
And but what happened is, by explaining all this, and he actually confirmed that I was right about a lot of this stuff. But I mean, I'm telling you, I was confident. It was just like when I think in the last time I was on, I told you about calling in with confidence to win skiing trip tickets.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same confidence. It's all about confidence.
I love that.
I was like, okay. So I sat there and I was like, "Hey, let's do this." And I started, and I didn't know he was living with his friend at the time, right? But I learned over the course that they were together over the conversation. I pulled that information out, and I was like, okay. And so while I was chatting with him about this stuff, I was chatting to his friend about another idea I had. And I said, "Hey, can you look over and see what I'm typing on his monitor without him noticing?" And he goes, "Yeah." I go, "Okay." I'm gonna keep talking, and when I type this one phrase, I want you to smack him in the back of the head. And he goes, "Okay." So I'm sitting there and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the world's greatest hacker." He goes, "No, you aren't." I go, "Yeah, I can make something happen from here without even doing it." And he goes, "Yeah." I go, I was like, "Yeah," and I kept talking, and then I hit the key phrase, and all of a sudden he got smacked on the back of his head.
Wow.
And he learned, and I was like, and that's how you hack a human.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So trying to think, what else should we talk about? So moving on. So, okay, so you're working on your next big project is the looping back special. Reclamation. So moving on past personal project for a bit, maybe why don't we talk a little bit about Nintendo? Because I know I've been seeing some things lately in the news. One that kind of got me and kind of surprised me. I'm wondering your thoughts on it. And that has to do with them sort of going back to I felt like we were back to the 90s again, with them getting back into some of the censorship stuff. Because apparently the Switch version and the Switch 2 version of the game Dispatch, which is already on PC and I think Xbox and PlayStation, the Switch version is going to be now censored without any way to turn that censorship off. It's going to always be...
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I want to talk. I gotta talk.
Yeah, please. No, absolutely.
Okay, that was not Nintendo's doing.
Really?
The developer came out and stated that when they made versions of their things, they make one version.
Okay.
And Japan, with their values, with video games and stuff like that, for mass entertainment and stuff. Although they do have a lot of hentai.
Yeah,
but anyway,
Japan it's kind of hard to figure out. I don't even try.
Yeah. Konnichiwa. Anyway. So anyway, they came out and they said, because there was a big backlash about it.
Yes. Yeah, I had reposted it too. So yeah.
Yeah, and what happened was they said that they only make one version to distribute amongst all of the regions. Excuse me.
Okay.
And so they made the Japan version because it had to be censored.
Okay. Oh, low battery. I saw that.
Already?
Already.
Aww. Okay, we got 20%. We can work it.
All right, that works.
Okay. I'm always running on low battery. So anyway, they just made one version for Japan and released that version worldwide. And that's all that is. And that's what, now I'm sitting there, I'm in Cyberpunk 2077, because at first I was like, I don't get this, because I'm running around, butt naked.
Yeah.
Like in Cyberpunk, I didn't even realize I was naked until I was past Act 1. I was like, oh, I'm naked. So I'm this cyber hacker running around all naked, and people are like, how are you? I'm the world's best hacker. They're like, yeah, we see that.
Oh my, time to hack yourself some clothes.
Right. Well, to be fair, when I was in the presence of the presidential download pack, there was a uniform for her personal security detail available. And during that piece, just out of respect for her office, I wore the clothing for a little bit. But then once that was over, I stripped it all off. I was like, no.
Boy, making me think back, because I had just recently, I didn't play it very long because it just wasn't hitting for me, but Elder Scrolls Oblivion, I finally tried playing Oblivion, and I didn't even realize it until I got to the third stream, because I was doing it on stream. Third stream in, I realized, wow, I haven't had any pants this whole time. I'm... A question of priorities.
Are you playing it on the PC?
It was the PC version. Yeah, I haven't touched it though. That was back. It's been a few months since the last time I touched it. I don't know. Open world RPGs, I just don't do as well with them as I do with JRPGs with more of the closed world structure.
I can see that. Now with Oblivion, that was the first Elder Scrolls game I ever played on the 360.
Okay.
And what was magnificent about Oblivion is that the entire world was one piece. There was no loading, So you go down into a cave that turns out to be a sprawling dungeon. It's all connected to the outside world, right?
Yes.
Well, you have Cyrodiil in the center, right?
Yes.
The big castle or public area, the main area. Well, believe it or not, right across that water, there's a little dungeon entrance. And if you go into that dungeon entrance and you fight all your way through and you get to the end, you'll find out that the reward for defeating the boss in this cave is a never-breaking lockpick.
Really?
And yeah, but see, I tend to go exploring without leveling up because I want to see what I can do.
Yeah.
And so what I did is I went into Cyrodiil and I basically hit a guard. And I got them all angry and I had them chasing me. And I've gone to the point where I can dodge enemies in dungeons and stuff and get around them and stuff. And I led the guards to the end boss and they killed the end boss for me. So I grabbed the pick and I went running out of there. And so I had never-ending lockpick break thing. I was like, yay, this works. It'll never break. And so that's what's really cool about the design of that game.
Nice.
I
did like the design. I'm wondering if I was in that dungeon, if that's where I had quit, because I do seem to remember going across the water to a small island, and I remember going into a dungeon. Did it have like zombie creatures? Because I seem to remember zombie type things that just kept...
It was. And it was a pain in the ass dungeon. Yeah, total. That's probably it. Because from what I remember, you go into it, you go down, and it spirals a little bit.
Okay.
Like it curves around.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was definitely probably the same case.
Yeah, I wasn't leveled up at all, so that was the point where three streams in, it was like, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm sorry, chat, and never. Yeah. Oh, but wow, I didn't know that there was a never breaking lockpick. Man, that's got to be the best item in that whole world.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Because how many lockpicks are you gonna break? Like, oh my gosh. But that's why I love that series. And now I have Skyrim owned like 15 times. Do you have VR?
No, I don't have VR. No, I'm sorry. Oh, welcome in, Neko the Space Mage. Welcome in. By the way, chat, if you haven't checked out Neko, there is her link. Be sure to give her a like and a subscribe. No, I don't have any VR. I'm sorry.
There's Skyrim VR.
Okay. Now, what VR do you use? Because I thought did you mention, was it MetaQuest before, or?
Yeah. Okay. I only have MetaQuest headsets. I originally had the original Oculus SDK back in like 2014 or something like that. But my computer I can't afford a computer that can run that hardware.
Gotcha.
But the MetaQuest I love. Oh wait, here, hold on.
Okay.
I love the Facebook venture into Meta. Meta's Quest, not sponsored. Meta Quest is an amazing peripheral that allows me to dive into the worlds I love to explore.
Well, record that, ship them to you, start getting your paychecks. Oh man. See, I was just go ahead.
Give your stream a little bit of like meta attention.
Yeah, I almost. You just reminded me. Well, not almost, but I was researching Meta headsets the other day because I keep looking for movie watching. I'm looking for something other to replace my TV, just to have a headset. But the problem is finding something that I can connect like via HDMI to my Blu-ray players.
You can do that.
You can with Meta?
Yeah. With the Meta Quest, and it could be the 2, the 3, the 3S. If you're gonna start with Meta Quest, the 3S is an amazing deal, and it's an amazing price.
Okay.
It doesn't have color pass through, and the lenses aren't the best, but they're still awesome. Okay. And so what you do is you go to a place like Micro Center, the place for home electronics.
I wish they had a Micro Center where I'm at. Man, that just seems like a paradise. It would have been a paradise when I was building my last PC.
Anyway, what you do is you get USB-C to HDMI capture card.
Okay.
And you plug it into the side of the headset, and then you can plug any HDMI source into it, and it'll allow you to put it on a screen, and you can make it as big as you want. Okay. And yeah, so imagine, aside from 3D movies and stuff like that, you can also play your game on the largest screen ever conceived of by mankind.
Oh, wow.
And so like, whether it's games or anything that's HDMI.
Okay.
You can definitely take inside there and watch. I was actually going to do it with my Switch, just so I can record Switch video game footage just to post.
Yeah.
And
why not?
That didn't happen.
Oh, geez. I'm sorry.
But
Ear Trumpet, thank you for the gifted membership. Looks like they're still broken, but thank you for trying to gift a membership so much. I'll send feedback to YouTube later. Let me just write down the time so I know when to grab it from.
Wait, what's going on with your membership?
Ever since my channel opened in June of 2025, gifted memberships, some will go through and then it will break. About 400 my mods have estimated over the past 7 months have gone undelivered.
Wow.
And YouTube keeps, for anyone who doesn't know the story, and I've talked to YouTube, and thank you for trying Ear Trumpet. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a good afternoon, I guess it is where you are at. Every time I've talked to YouTube, I get the exact same spiel with their customer service. It happens so much. I hate it. YouTube Neko. Yeah. Every time I've chatted with them, they say, oh, we'll look into this. And 2 to 3 minutes later, they come back and say there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Do your viewers know how to opt in to gifted memberships? These are the steps your viewers can take to opt in to gifted memberships. And every single time, it's the same gaslighting. And it's gotten to the point every time, and this is when I know, this is when I assume I'm not talking to a person, I am talking to an AI, because every time I go in anymore, I immediately say, and don't tell me that my viewers need to opt in. I've heard that all before. If you're going to say that, don't say anything. They say it anyway. So, yeah, the last time I did an online chat with them about it was January, and before then, it was probably like 3 months before. Oh, thank you, the Shy Siren, for sending feedback. I really appreciate it.
And
welcome, Encyclopedist.
I think I have a membership to your channel, right?
Yes, yeah, it works a bit. It's like hit and miss. And it seems to be desperate to make sure I never get over, that I never reach 100 memberships, because it'll stop like too short of 100 and then it'll fail. Yeah. Yeah,
that's a shame.
I don't know what the answer is, but a lot of creators go through it. So once you start streaming regularly and once you open up memberships, sell more, be prepared. All
I know is that when I originally had to set up being able to accept gifts on my, like someone offered me a membership, like to yours.
Yes.
When I originally set that up, because it's like a one-time thing.
Yeah.
It was so weird and so obnoxious and annoying to get it actually to work, because it turns out you can't do it on the mobile phone. You have to do it in a browser, but it can't be a mobile browser. It has to be like a PC browser.
Really?
Yeah, and then a different tab shows up on it, and then you have to go into there and select that, and that's where you can actually make it on your account. It's so weird. It's very unintuitive, almost like it's on purpose.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And one thing that is, I was able to activate. I know when I first opted into memberships, I was able to do it on my browser version, and I don't remember how I did it. It was, I think, when someone had sent gifted, and I clicked on like the gift thing where it just showed they had sent it, and it gave me an option to opt in. But yeah, there's no easy, obvious way to do it on a phone and stuff. It is like a hidden thing. It's the weirdest thing.
Now, I need to know, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
What's up?
I plugged my phone in, which means I had to unplug my headset.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me then, right? Well, I assume so.
Yeah, you're not on speakerphone though, but if I switch to speakerphone, I think it's gonna disconnect the thing, and we'd have to reset it up, and I don't mind.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, as long as you can hear me, okay. Yeah, I'm fine on my end.
Oh yeah. I have some questions for you.
Sure. One thing I do want to point out, though, just real quick before we go any further, because Neko pointed out when she did her 3.0 debut just recently that someone gifted 50 memberships and it broke and they got automatically refunded because none went through. There's actually, and this is where YouTube, let me go ahead and make the algorithm hate me more by bashing YouTube. One dirty little secret in YouTube's terms of service. If you gift a whole bunch of memberships, like say 50, and let's say 2 of them go through and then it breaks, as long as it shows on screen that the gift went and that at least one of them was received, they count it as a full charge and they will not refund you for the gifted memberships that do not go through. So let's say you're someone like, I know someone who drops a lot of coin on some VTubers, who goes to channels and drops $55 a piece memberships on a channel, and only 2 go through. and he doesn't get refunded for the other 48 memberships. Now, the streamer still gets, I mean, his cut of that, but YouTube's getting a cut for a service they never even fulfilled because those memberships never went out. It's such a mess, and I don't know if YouTube will ever fix any of it. But yeah, just so people know.
I would encourage everybody to send super chats. When I was doing social media for the paranormal radio station, one of the things we had to do is encourage people like it. I want everybody who has a question to be able to get a question. It doesn't matter if you super chat or not.
Yes, absolutely.
But if you want to be, like, hey, me, I got a question.
Yeah.
Send a super chat with the question, and then that way, the funding can still go through, and you could use that to benefit your viewers.
Absolutely.
In some way.
And that goes also for Streamlabs too, because Streamlabs donations, I do have them set up where I will see your message immediately. So people know if you ever tip via Streamlab in the middle of the stream. I mean, most people here know it. I immediately see their message and read it back. But thank you for saying that, Selmore. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And now you said you wanted to ask me some questions.
Yeah. Okay. First off, how did you get started in VTubing?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So my original background was a long time ago, was like in TV and radio and production, and I fell out of that after a few years of newscast producing. I'd already had enough of that environment, and I'm pretty sure I'd become unemployable at that point. But how I got into VTubing, it was just completely by accident. I've kind of been just adrift for a while, not really having much direction for at least a minute. I knew I wanted to get in, and I mean, there aren't many success stories with it, but I knew I wanted to get into streaming. I wanted to get into it, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the flesh tubing thing. I never knew that VTubers existed, and it was Christmas of 2000, was it 23 or 24? I think it was Christmas of, I'll have to look back. I think it was Christmas of 2023. So leading into the year 2024, I just started getting on YouTube ads from a VTuber corpo called Specialite EN. And so it was just the ads for Specialite EN that led me down the rabbit hole. So I started, watching them and watching other VTubers, and never really watched much of like the big ones. I never really watched much HoloLive or Niji Sanji. The biggest I probably have watched are a few people in FaZe Connect. It was always smaller VTubers that I gravitated towards, smaller corpos. But yeah, just watching them and getting a feel for it, and it felt, I don't know, I immediately felt like I'd like to make a go at this. If I can afford to make a go at this, I'd like to make a go at this.
Well, you definitely have a great voice.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's distinct. Actually, I think that was one of the very first comments I told you a couple years ago.
It might have been.
Yeah, I said, I really like your voice. Like,
well, thank you.
It's distinct.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing too. I wanted at one point to try to get into commercial voice work, and a lot of things happened, and there was a lot of moving around, and I just wasn't able to pursue that. I mean, you know how life, you know better than anyone how many curveballs life likes to throw at you. But yeah, that's how I fell into it. I started watching. I loved watching it, and if you love watching it, you might as well try to do it yourself. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like the old thing of if you're doing something you love, you're never really working a day in your life. Well, I mean, I'd love for this to become a career. I don't know if it will be, but regardless, I love doing it.
We'll drag each other up the chain.
Amen.
How about that?
Amen. And what about you? How did you sort of get into this? I mean, VTubing specifically? Oh dear.
Okay, well, I told you that when in 2022,
Yes.
when I made the decision for people not to take advantage of me anymore.
Yes.
Right? Well, being an animator, my roots go back in traditional 2-dimensional animation
Mm-hmm.
and 3D and background and layout.
Yes.
And so I sat there and I was looking for tools. I was like, and then one day I came across, I think it was Fillion. And I was
okay.
like, hey, this stuff, because I wasn't really paying attention to the scene like you. I wasn't watching Ninja Sanji or any of the other people or anything like that. But I started seeing examples of the algorithm, bless me, from YouTube one day.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I can tell my stories that way.
Mm-hmm.
And so I downloaded, and you can still get this. If anybody wants to get started, all you need is a phone, preferably iPhone, and you download a program called Vroid, VROID.
And it is on PC also for PC users.
Yes. Well, with me, I only, like I said, since I've been at this point, I would have been van life for about 3 years. Oh, I remember. Okay. I was doing research and I came across Thrill Seeker. That was it. It was Thrill Seeker, Get Hip, Steve Knows. I still watch them.
Okay.
For the most part. Yeah. But and Fia Bunny, and those were the main ones I saw because I was doing research because I wanted to figure out how to do this. And then I landed into the program called Vroid on the phone. And I found out that I could, which is what I'm using right now, by the way. Well, I'm using Veer on iPhone for presentation-wise. So you can see me talking and bouncing and having all this fun and going... or,
you have great facial tracking with it, that's for sure.
Anyway, that program is called Veer, VEAR, and that's only on iOS. But it gives me the ability to communicate. And so I started telling my Lawnmower Girl story that way. I created the very first Lawnmower Girl avatar. I call her now Selmore Teal. And technically Lawnmower Girl Teal, you know, bangs and a black jacket and just freaking sexy character. Let me tell you. Oh my God.
Nice.
But I started telling my stories, and once people like caught on that they had to interact for me to allow myself. Because remember when I told you earlier that in the story thread that I created in early 2001, I couldn't interact unless someone else did something?
Yes.
That's how it works with Lawnmower Girl.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so that's why when I say everything led up to me being able to talk to you now, if the series of events of people interacting and didn't get me to this autonomous state, because technically Lawnmower Girl, as you see me right now, is a fragment of the personality of Catherine who was slain. And that fragment grew through interactions with people, and I caused some chaos because I had no idea what I was getting into.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Oh my God, if you just knew the chaos.
Really? Oh
yeah,
dear.
It was so bad. Like, oh my God. Okay, we'll just leave it at that at the moment. Anyway,
Okay.
Long story short, here I am. Hi.
Gotcha. I love that. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, once you mentioned too with the algorithm, once I saw those ads and I checked out those people, the ones I kept getting the ads for, and sadly, most of those people are still streaming, but Specialty EN did disband. So unfortunately, the corpo itself for the English branch isn't there. But once I started watching them, yeah, the algorithm started feeding me all other manner of VTubers, and which then led me to Twitter, because I had never been on Twitter. I was always Facebook originally, but then I decided when I was going to do it, fresh start. Most people VTuber wise are using Twitter to social networking, so I'm going to just fresh start on Twitter. Still trying to break through the Twitter algorithm, because that algorithm definitely does not like me. But yeah, and even finding you, it was just by chance. I was following someone else, and you had commented something on one of their posts, I think, and I just clicked your profile and saw that they followed you. So it was just a case of, oh, well, maybe I should go ahead and follow this person. And that's literally how I found you. It was just seeing, oh, you're followed by them. Okay, I'll follow her.
I wonder who it was.
It was another streamer who wears a mask.
It wasn't Reiko Star, was it?
No, it wasn't a VTuber. It was Doomcock.
Oh!
And he was someone I followed just because of his takes, I remember, on the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, since because I was originally, like, before I got into VTubers, I was following all the fallout with the Indiana Jones movie and whatnot.
I became friends with Doomcock. I don't agree with everything they say.
No.
But everybody has a brand.
Exactly.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this because I believe I have different beliefs. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Than what he portrays on his videos. But he is genuinely a nice, caring person who, after my mom passed, and I let him know. We're friends on TikTok.
Gotcha. Okay, that's good.
Or not TikTok, Twitter. Sorry, X.
Yeah.
Anyway, when I told him my mother had passed, he felt so sorry, and he sang some Frank Sinatra songs for my mom.
Oh, wow.
And I have them recorded somewhere. And it's because he does this thing that, I don't really pay much attention to all I don't pay much attention to all his all the videos he does.
No, I haven't watched him for a long time.
Friday Night Frolics.
Yeah.
And everybody's just there having a good time, laughing and enjoying comedy and all that other stuff. So that makes sense. That's funny. That's funny.
And that's so sweet that he did that. I love that. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's if you're gonna be a digital goddess trying to take over the world, you might as well be friends with Doomcock.
Yeah,
right?
with the evil overlord or whatever he portrays himself as, and
yeah,
I do love his character. That's one thing I will say. I love his character. But yeah, that's how I found you. It was just one of those happy accidents. So there we go.
That's really cool. Okay. That is so key. I've met so many wonderful people through VTubing and connections like that. And like I said, you don't have to. You know what it is. I might not agree with all of his views.
No, I'm sure you wouldn't agree with mine either. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but we have a discourse.
Yeah,
we talk, and we don't get mad at each other or anything like that. We just talk.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you that a simple, calm relationship of communication, led to you and I being friends.
Yes.
And yeah,
Absolutely.
that's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh man. I'm trying to think even when I started falling into I'm trying to remember if there's any other weird stories when I first fell into. I know my chat already knows this, but there's like 6 VTubers who I always count as like being my big influences. And one of them I always laugh about because I didn't find her, she found me, and it was just the weirdest thing.
Who is she?
Her name is...
Just kidding.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Her name's Sarah Casera. She's with a company called Lucid, but she was with a different company at a different time. And she's someone who she's one of those all-rounders between music production and writing and art and everything else, just an all-rounder. But she was someone who I had followed a friend of hers within her within her corpo. I didn't even know who she was. And suddenly I get this follow out of nowhere, and I thought it was another one of these art bots or art scammers, because it was just another like random VTuber name on Twitter, and opened it up, and I couldn't even figure out why this person was following me just out of the blue. But yeah, that was the thing. I guess she used to just have a habit of going out and following everyone just for the heck of it, so everyone thought she was an art bot or a scammer.
Oh, yeah. That happens. I was talking with somebody a while ago about creating a model for me that was much more technologically advanced.
Okay.
And they charged me X amount. And they gave me a character I've never used to this day.
Really?
But I might introduce her as a gremlin of sorts.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
wow.
Because she didn't hit the design goals that I really wanted. But they're more of a 2D person and not a 3D. And I was looking for a 3D model at the time.
Gotcha.
So we're still friends and we still follow each other.
Yeah.
But I haven't found a good use for the style of model that we got. And one word of advice to every single person out there: if you're going to ever commission any work, make a contract. That's it. Just make a contract. If they won't sign a contract, you don't have to hire them.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You know?
I've been lucky. I've been lucky with, I haven't done many commissions. I commissioned my emotes and one model, not this model. This model, I don't know how I did it, but despite having no art abilities, I put it together with popsicle sticks and duct tape. But I know I didn't have a contract with the person who did my emotes. It was just a case of me paying her, and she delivered, and she did a great job. With my I do have an updated model I haven't used yet, and the person I commissioned with that, Fumi Kokia, I don't know if it was. I guess it was a contract because it was through VGen, the website VGen, where a lot of people do commissions, and I seem to remember there being a contract with it that I signed. So, and she did deliver. So yeah.
I need emotes, but not yet. Like, one thing also, like, I've been doing this. I'm rounding off my 4th year. And I'm keeping it basic. I mean, I just recently got this model into VR, right?
Yeah.
So, oh, what a wonderfully scuffed stream it was. It was amazingly scuffed. But yeah, okay. So you have another model that you haven't shown off yet.
No, there is a she has Fumi Kokia on her page. She has a demo of it because she uses it, it shows off the models that she's made and whatnot for her own commissions. But I just got it delivered to me like mid-January, and I just haven't decided when a good time to debut it is the main thing.
Yeah, but I think everybody wants to know. Is it in a Pokemon uniform?
Oh my gosh, it's practically the same thing. Everyone thinks this is a Pokemon uniform. Everyone thought, oh my gosh. And there was even, okay, before I even explain what the uniform's supposed to be, I'll tell you, there was another streamer who recently was doing some debut, and she was asking people to, it was one of those submit your PNG and she'll rate your model type things on stream. And so I submitted my PNG and specifically said that despite common belief, it is not Team Rocket inspired. And she immediately goes on stream, oh, I love this. And you say that it's Team Rocket inspired too. And I'm just tearing my hair out thinking, oh, you missed a word in there somewhere when you were reading that.
That's awesome.
But,
I love that.
But yeah, the new one, it looks similar, but it was supposed to be based on the old 60s Lost in Space spacesuits. Save for the red M.
Oh, Ranger Will Robinson.
Yes, yeah, because they had these silver jumpsuits during the first season with these red, even though it was black and white, they had red accents on them. And that was what I originally had based it on. And luckily Fumi, when she did my the model refresh I haven't used yet, I sent her pictures of different ones of the Lost in Space outfits, so she sort of adapted from there. Uh-oh, you're making a face. What did I do?
No, my nose itches.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a reaction to the suit thing. Oh my gosh.
Sorry. I keep forgetting that I have real life hands.
No, you're good. You're good. But no, it wasn't supposed to ever be Team Rocket. I didn't even know what Team Rocket was until I started streaming in this outfit. And then I learned really fast. Yeah, I know nothing about Pokemon.
It works.
Oh, well, thank you.
And, sure, everybody in the world has played Pokemon except for you.
Except for me.
Sorry.
No, honestly, you're right. And I know I've told this story. My chat already knows, and I probably already told you. For some reason, I didn't gravitate to it because everyone was playing it. And I don't know why. There was another streamer who has this issue, and she had it. There was a name for it, for whatever the logic or the condition is for it. But anytime there's something. What was that?
I haven't played Pokemon. The Pokevirus.
Yeah, well, I guess there's some mental disorder for not gravitating towards things which other people like, because whenever there's something that everyone completely loves, I feel almost like, well, then then I'm not going to like it and I don't want to feel pressured to like it. Or I feel like, well, then if everyone loves it, they don't need me to love it too. And I know that's the most bizarre thing, but I get
it.
Yeah.
I get it.
And there was someone I worked with too in my past career who he was, and I might have told this story with you here before, who was he had that same reaction to Star Wars, because the original Star Wars came to theaters when he was like a teenager, and he said that he didn't go see it until like a month after it opened, because since every single person was raving about how wonderful it was, he just felt he was going to absolutely hate it, which wasn't the case. He loved it eventually, but yeah.
It's called social anxiety.
Is it? I don't know.
No, I get it. I had a friend. She went by Madeline Blood Doll.
Okay.
And before that, Madeline Rainbow. And she was somebody who always liked Vegeta before anybody else.
Okay.
And the second everybody started liking Vegeta from Dragon Ball, she was like, I don't like him anymore.
I can understand that. I can get that. It was like he was all mine, and now everyone's taking him.
Yeah, you gotta share.
Yeah.
No Mortal Kombat Ultimate Combat code for you.
Yeah.
Sorry. I do have do you have access to playing GameCube games?
Yes, I do have my GameCube.
if you are going to play a Pokemon game for your streams, and you want it to be unique, and you want to introduce yourself and a lot of other people, because it wasn't that popular at the time, to what I consider one of the best Pokemon stories they've created. It's Pokemon Coliseum. And inside that game, the role-playing game mode, it was the first role-playing game version of Pokemon that they had that was different than the protagonist starts out in his single mom's house, goes out and captures every Pokemon in the world. It was these Pokemon were being captured by an evil organization, and they were being infected with this dark shadow energy, and your job was to cleanse them. And just to give you an idea, in Pokemon Go, they reintroduced the concept of shadow Pokemon, and but it's a really fun and just unique role-playing game on the GameCube. It's not backed in Kratos, okay?
No,
it's not that level, but it's definitely fun.
Okay. You know, Pokemon, I've got a Pokemon Coliseum story, and it takes place sort of with your home state, which you've already disclosed, so I'm not doxing you. You've said that you're Colorado. Okay.
You can find me in Colorado. Here, I'll give you
it's a big state. Good luck, everyone. There's a prize if you do. No, there is no prize.
People say I have a really, really bad time about telling everybody exactly where I am.
Well, I used to live in Colorado, and I remember a store when I was a kid, and this is my one instance of, I can't even call it scalping, because I hate being, because scalping's gotten so awful now. There are so many scalpers, you know, with games and stuff that it's just, and cards and trading cards and everything. But when I was younger, there was an electronics store, and they used to have a table out front where they would put like any excess they had of demo discs or previews and or different things out like that they'd gotten. And one day I was in there, and there were 3 copies of the Pokemon Coliseum exclusive preview disc, the one with special disc with special gift Jirachi. So I had 3 copies of this.
I have that disc.
I
right
had all
behind.
I had 3 copies. It's past tense. And if I knew then what I know now. And a few years, I sat on it for a few years, and a few years later, I sold them off on eBay before all the big explosion of retro game prices that we have today hit. Because I didn't have any Pokemon games. I'd originally held on to it thinking, well, maybe I could trade a couple of these to a game store at some point. And maybe I'll eventually get some of the Pokemon games where it says you can load Jirachi into it. I was thinking, well, I'll hold on to this in case I get the Pokemons. And it seemed finally like, well, I'm not going to do this. So I sold them off on eBay, and it must have only been like, I don't know. I hate to say like $50 a piece, but probably $50 a piece. And now, as you know, because I had no idea until you posted something about it, that Jirachi is the secret to transferring your old Pokemons from, what is it, from the original Pokemon games into the newer?
It is what allows me to have all my original Pokemon from 1996 to now. They are all in the Pokemon Home Center, being hijacked by Nintendo at the moment because I can't afford Pokemon Home.
Gotcha.
But yeah, 100%. That was the key. It had the key program in there. It had, what it was is you had the Jirachi activation, but you also had the very first version of like Pokemon Home or Pokemon Bank or whatever you wanted to call it back then. Now I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
I have a question. I'm gonna name a couple video game stores and see if you recognize any of these.
Oh boy. I hope this doesn't dox my age. Go ahead.
Your age? No, I'm just
Well, either of our ages. Oh boy, someone out there's gonna do some research.
Well, we say there we've been playing games for a long time. No,
Oh goodness.
Okay. Power play games.
Power play. Not right off because they didn't have in my area. I was down in the Colorado Springs area, so I don't know if they had power play.
Oh. Pardon me. What about buyback games?
Buyback, it sounds familiar. It sounds familiar, but I can't say it's one I regularly shopped at.
Software, etc.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I remember Software, etc. And all of the I guess it was also Babbage's was their other brand, or they bought Babbage's, or Babbage's bought Software, etc. Before they became GameStop.
Oh no, that was EB Games.
EB Games, Electronic Boutique. Okay, I think
Yeah,
they bought.
I
I think they bought Software, etc. though too before they closed it. I don't know. I'd have to research it. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
It's possible. Because I know a lot of stores just vanished right away.
Yeah.
Okay. Aladdin's Castle.
No, they never had one
You
of
were
those
not an
down.
arcade goer.
I went to some arcades. The arcade I remember specifically going to, it was only in the Springs. It was a big one that they used to have called Boardwalk USA. That's the only one I remember down in that area.
Okay. You want to know a secret about Boardwalk USA?
Oh, go ahead.
You know their card system?
Yep.
It was run on my old computer.
You're joking me.
No, an Amiga 500.
Oh, wow.
100%.
Oh, my
100%. Because we had Boardwalk USA down in Aurora as well, right?
Okay.
In Aurora was the main guy who created it. And being an annoying little kid, I was always there. I was playing all the arcade games.
Mm-hmm.
But I made a deal with him. He needed a computer in order to run the system. And so I was like, well, how about I sell you my Amiga 500?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, okay. And which an Amiga is basically a Commodore, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And
they were built by Commodore.
Yeah, but if you remember, the Amiga had a massive graphics system built into it.
Yeah, they used to use them for TV stations. Even when I was starting, they still had some old Amiga systems that they used for some of their video editing even then, which was crazy for some of the visual effects.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had that good of a computer. I only got it because a friend stole something from me, and I demanded his computer. So I took his computer.
Nice. Well, you got a good one at least.
Well, I ended up selling it to the guy at Boardwalk, and he used it to create their swiping card system.
Oh, wow.
And so my little Amiga was keeping track of everything. And it turns out, Boardwalk USA was just a proof of concept for the card system because they wanted to sell it into the marketplace. So all those gift cards and stuff that you can buy today, go back to that Boardwalk system.
No. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Let me read a couple things in chat real quick that I missed over. First, David Romick, I grew up 30 minutes away from Commodore business machines. Didn't find out that out until after they went bankrupt. Oh, wow. And there was some comments up here from Daylin on the Coliseum I wanted to hit real quick. Coliseum and its sequel, XD Gale of Darkness, are literally based on the IRL location Phoenix, Arizona. The two games connect to Gen 3 GBA games also, okay. Dark Mewtwo was featured prominently in Pokken. V1 Coliseum had a Pokeball glitch where you could use infinite of any ball, including Master Ball. Oh, okay, interesting. I did not know that about Boardwalk, though. All I remember about Boardwalk, I remember some of the games. That is where I first played Hologram Time Traveler, if you've ever had a chance to play that. Go ahead.
That was, wow, God, what was it called? Holoseum.
Yes, it was the Sega Holoseum and it was the little cow. It was from the Rick Dyer, the same guy who did Dragon's Lair. So it was just another interactive movie.
Oh my God. Okay. If you want to talk about inspirations in my life, Tron, Dragon's Lair, Matrix, Back to the Future, pretty much just the gamut of the sci-fi world. And I remember playing Dragon's Lair 2, Time Warp. And I loved that game when I saw it. It's like, Dr. Daring, stay put, don't jump, never fear a creative gust. Like, it was amazing. You know, you got Beethoven music rocking in the background.
Oh, I love those. I love the Rick Dyer, Don Bluth animated games. They did the three of them: Dragon's Lair 2, and Space Ace. So much fun, but man, better have a lot of quarters if you're going to do that in an arcade. Because
I had a friend who mastered Dragon's Lair 2, where he could beat the entire game on 1 credit.
Oh wow, that's super impressive. I saw Cabas's. I saw a Hologram Time Traveler at a convention. I don't think I've ever been to this Boardwalk USA, in spite of being on boardwalks in New Jersey. No, it wasn't there, unfortunately. It was in the middle of the U.S. But yeah, that, and I remember also playing. There were 2 other games that always stuck out to me from arcade games from that period. Well, they weren't from that period. They were all different eras in that place, Boardwalk. But one was the Star Trek arcade game. Only time I've ever seen a working unit of the Star Trek arcade game, because I guess they were notoriously bad circuitry and broke down. And Atari's Skull and Crossbones, which is completely different than the awful NES version. I don't remember that one, but what I can tell you is that, and this is just purely by coincidence, not only because I have my GameCube, I have Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3, and that has the arcade game of Star Wars.
Star Wars arcade game on it, with the polygon one.
I remember that. I remember it being on the disc. I never had Rogue. I only had the second of the Rogue Squadron ones. I never had the third one.
It's okay.
But yeah, wow, that's. I had forgotten about that, because I remember that being on the third. I remember that being on the third one now. Gosh, because I had a demo that included the again, had past tense. I had the demo version on GameCube of number 3, which included the arcade game, and I should have kept it just for that, and whatever.
You know, I literally, like, out of everything, when I went into van life,
yes,
I've lost everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can only imagine.
I mean, van life does not. It makes you be frugal. And so I lost everything except, for some reason, my GameCube. I don't know about the controllers. I wish I had a Wavebird, but I can tell you, here are the games that survived with me. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, which is my favorite GameCube game.
Okay, I've never played Eternal Darkness. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. Chat, listen to me right now. If Madamus doesn't play Eternal Darkness for a Halloween game, he doesn't love you.
You know, I'm trying to think. I think someone who was in chat earlier, the Shy Siren, I think she just streamed Eternal Darkness on GameCube this past Halloween, because I saw a few bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, I try and recommend everybody to play that game. Here's the thing about that game. You will not get the full ending until you beat it 4 times.
Oh, wow. 4 times?
It changes. Every time you beat it and you play it again on the same save file, you'll get a new ending.
Oh,
and
wow.
you won't get the full story until you beat it 4 times.
Okay.
So,
that's
and
interesting.
if you play it, yeah, and if you play it, you want to use a wavebird if you can.
Mm-hmm.
And you always want to play it with the insanity meter at full max.
Okay. Now I've got to ask you, the Wavebird controller, because I hear everyone talk. I don't have a Wavebird. I've got extras of just the stock GameCube, Nintendo GameCube controller, and I've got like a couple junk ones from the company Intech that must have come with some accessory pack at some point. What is it that makes the Wavebird so special? Because I hear everyone mention it.
It is the best wireless controller I have ever played on.
Mm-hmm.
Period. It does not break down. One set of batteries will last you an entire lifetime of that console.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Nintendo cooked so hard on the quality of this controller that you never had problems with it ever. It had a dial. Okay, you plug it into your GameCube or your Wii if you got the Wii with the GameCube port.
Yeah.
You plug it in, and it had like 1 through 8 inch channels.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you had interference on one, you just go click, 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 and you could change the thing manually. But it worked flawlessly.
Oh, wow. Nice.
That's quality craftsmanship.
Okay, because I don't usually use wireless controllers at all. Even when I did the Atari 7800 Plus thing recently, it came with wireless, and I wound up picking up a wired controller just because I always feel weird about wireless. I'm just waiting for there to be input lag or something.
Oh yeah. If you got the Atari controller, I think it's just a joystick and an orange button.
In this case, with the 7800 Plus, it's the gamepad. Atari made a gamepad, and back even at the time of the 7800, and no one knew about it. When they were trying to compete with Nintendo, they had a little gamepad.
Oh.
But it's not a comfortable gamepad. It is a very uncomfortable gamepad, but yeah, that's what the 7800 Plus comes with. It comes with the wireless version of that gamepad. And the 7800 supported 2 buttons too, versus the 1 button of the old 2600. So opened up at least a tiny bit of more you could do with the games.
Well, what I was gonna say is that in 2012, somewhere around that age, my mom bought me an Atari replica model. Or it wasn't it was an Atari, and it had wood on the front. It was a 2600. But it came with the joystick I was talking about.
Yes.
And I can only verify one thing about that console. That if you chew on the top of the joystick, it's got a rubber on it that is really fun to chew.
I know what you're talking about, the Atari flashbacks, because I think I've got one of those somewhere with the built-in games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's little. It's not very big.
No. I love those. And yeah, you're right. The regular Atari joysticks for the 2600. Yeah, they had that rubber coating on the stick. I don't know if you remember. I always thought that their Atari's joysticks were kind of uncomfortable to use. I don't know what it was. Maybe it is because I had been gotten so used to game pads, but to me, compared to like an arcade stick, I always thought the Atari joysticks just felt awkward.
Honestly, I don't remember much about it except for what my mom got me.
Gotcha.
I don't even know what happened to that thing.
Gotcha.
I know I ate through the rubber. Like, I know that sounds bad.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's a great story.
Bad. I was like, So,
it's not just you in chat, David Romig. I chewed on the joysticks of my Atari 2600 and Commodore 64 as a kid. So yeah, there you go. I don't know what it is about, and I did it too. I'm pretty sure. I think because my parents had an older Atari. It's the one I've mentioned in the past, the XEGS, which they then gave to me, and I know that I did chew on that joystick, which now I regret.
it's funny.
We're
all a bunch of oral asphyxiated people.
I guess so. Oh dear.
Okay. On the subject of joysticks.
Sure, go ahead.
What has been your favorite joystick that you have ever used?
Oh gosh. Do you so game pads included or
No.
No, okay, just joystick. See, and I don't have much experience with with arcade sticks. With arcade sticks, I don't. Game pads, I have preferences and thoughts, but with joysticks, I just haven't used enough.
Oh, geez. To give you an idea, on the Wii, there was an SNK. No, Capcom versus blah blah. Capcom versus Tatsunoko.
Okay.
And they had an arcade joystick with it. And that thing was like picture perfect arcade quality. It was just so good.
Nice.
Good luck calling Tatsunoko.
I'm trying to think. I had one because I have sold off. I mean, it's apparent I've sold off some games, some of the game stuff I had as a kid. There is one joystick I had as a kid, and I can't even comment on whether or not I liked it because it was something that I bought from, gosh, I must have been in high school at the time. I bought it just before I moved with family. And it was at a grocery store in Colorado where they had, I guess they used to have their rented games, where they used to rent Super Nintendo and Nintendo and whatever, and they still had this, it was called like a Capcom Fighter Stick for Super Nintendo, and it was an arcade-style Capcom joystick for Super Nintendo and regular NES. It had dual outputs. And
what was it called?
Let me look it up. I'm gonna look it up
Okay.
real quick. Oh, I think by doing that it might take you off the screen. Let me make sure it doesn't.
By the way,
yeah, go ahead.
this is also not advertised. I love the Nintendo Switch 2.
You love the Nintendo Switch. I'm glad you're getting a lot of I'm glad you're really enjoying the Switch too, because I was, oh yeah, you did just bounce off my screen. Let me fix that. Cause yeah, when it was first coming out, I mean, everything seemed, I was so worried with the price point and whatnot that people really were going to hate it, and I'm glad that you've had a positive reaction to it. But I know you're unhappy though, like I am, about the key cards, right?
Oh, I hate the key card. Okay, how do I put this? Okay, the game key cards. Functionally, they're okay.
Uh-huh.
If I have the choice I will not buy them.
Yeah.
I just got my second game that's on a game key card. But I had to get it because it's a historical game that hit the Nintendo Switch. And that was the Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
And if you know the history of Final Fantasy VII and Nintendo, you'll understand why I needed to support it.
Okay. Yeah. In fact, was it you who had sent me that demo? You showed me that demo footage before of Final Fantasy that was supposed to be on the N64, didn't you?
Oh, that really old stuff.
Yeah.
That's neat. See, I like seeing stuff like that because it shows you, like, things that were happening but didn't come to fruition. And it's and after the argument between Nintendo and Square at the time, or Squaresoft at the time, they lost everything to the PlayStation. And I was not into PlayStation.
Yeah, no.
I'm a Nintendo fangirl. I can't help it. And I've always loved them. And I've always cheered for them to get things. That's why I loved it when they bought Monolith Soft for Batten Chaos and the other games that they are responsible for. Because I want that system to have the stuff. And now, Final Fantasy VII. Retro integrate. Oh no, I have it right here. Hold on one minute.
Go ahead.
Final Fantasy Remake Integrate.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, to anybody wondering, the Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate has reversible jacket.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, and it came with a pack of Magic the Gathering cards with Final Fantasy VII on it.
Oh, wow. Nice. Here, let me read a little bit of chat. David, actually, let me back this up. Hori, the official license controller company of choice for Ace Combat. Gotcha, Daylin. Okay. Oh, yeah, you've mentioned Hori joysticks before. David, I never had a Sega Genesis, borrowed one once for Sonic 3. Their game pads are compatible with Atari and Commodore 64 joysticks. Didn't have the issue of the joystick getting stuck. Yes, you can use the Sega Genesis gamepad on an Atari 2600 because the 2600 supports blast processing. And oh yeah, the Nintendo Power had pictures of 3D Final Fantasy VI characters talking about the next Final Fantasy. Yeah, there's a video floating around with some of the demo footage. Then I heard nothing more about it until it came out on PlayStation. Yeah. Madamus, I have a question for Lonnie. Has she ever worked with Pokemon Box? I don't know what that is.
Yes.
Okay, what is Pokemon Box? You're going to have to enlighten me.
If you remember, I used the name Pokemon Box when I was talking about the preliminary.
You're good. You're good.
The very first version was when it was coming out on that Jirachi disc.
Okay.
And it just evolved. So it went from, let's see, what was it? There was Pokemon Box, Pokemon Bank, and then it eventually evolved into Pokemon Home, which is what they are currently running it as. Now, just a word to the wise, I heard they're shutting down Pokemon Home here within the next couple years.
Really? Oh, wow.
And yeah, which means that they're just going to have another service to take your money.
Yeah, that's the stuff that's really for me has been the turn off for me with more modern gaming versus retro gaming is all the different services and really the digital era. I mean, it goes back to you with the key cards and whatnot. I miss having the physical and not having to worry about paying for a service and things like that.
You know, that's my big concern.
Yeah.
Is that eventually the Switch 2 is going to be turned off on Nintendo's server side.
Mm-hmm.
Will my game key carts still work after that?
Yeah.
And what's going to happen if you don't have it downloaded onto your system? And if you have it downloaded on the system, then what if that system needs to get repaired and they wipe the memory?
Yeah. And also my question is, does it, even when it's downloaded on the system, is it looking for any sort of online DRM, or can it play offline? And the reason I ask that is...
You know what? Let's find out. Let's find out right now.
Okay.
I'm carrying my Switch 2 everywhere with me.
Nice. Well,
Switch 2?
honestly, at the price, I probably would be keeping it with me at all times, too.
It's... this Nintendo Switch has been a godsend in the van life adventure that I've been living. And it's what's funny is that I didn't even play the majority of the games that I bought on the Nintendo Switch.
Really?
But now that I have a Switch 2, and since it's quite literally a Switch Pro, everything transfers over.
Mm-hmm.
And I have Final Fantasy VII in the system. Mm-hmm. It is not connected to the internet.
Okay.
So we're going to see if it boots up here.
Perfect. And while you're doing that, I'll just mention, the reason I mention that is because I've mentioned before that I'm one of those unlucky souls with an Ouya. And an Ouya, the thing about the Ouya is, the moment they shut down the servers, thank God, I never spent a bunch of money. I spent probably a total of $25 on games total. And that was it. But once they switched off the servers, pretty much every game that was on that became useless. It just reverted to a demo mode because it could no longer communicate for the DRM.
I have, it looks like it's loading up. Okay. I don't want to cause any.
Yeah, no. I don't want you to either.
But I have the NVIDIA Shield. And it's kind of like, that's after the Ouya.
Yeah, it was around the same time, shortly after, yeah.
Yeah. Well, me and my friend, we had them modded.
Okay.
And, they were modded like you wouldn't believe. Talk about an archive. We'll just put it that way. So, just this recently, within a couple months ago, I decided to turn it on. And foolish enough on me, I turned it on. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, it's working, right on. Yeah. Oh, well, this game isn't working, one of the mods or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't get that working, but, that's okay. Mm-hmm. And then for some reason, I allowed it to hook up to the internet. And you know what they did? They systematically went in, and I watched it delete file after file.
Oh my gosh.
After file. And I watched all my video game directories just vanish.
Wow.
And I called my friend, and I was like, hey, you want to rehack an NVIDIA Shield? He goes, yeah, that happened to mine too.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Jeez.
And it's and if you think about it, technically, there's nothing illegal about ROMs and emulation.
No.
As long as you own the video games, right?
Yes.
And there's no way of them checking to see whether or not I actually own said games.
Yeah.
So when they went through automatically and wiped out my entire directory structure, that was rude. Yeah.
And I know that there's been arguments about that too, because some companies try to claim you don't have the right to back up your games as ROMs and whatnot. I don't know. That just seems... I don't get that.
Well, look at it this way. CD games are, on the PlayStation, are those going to have disc rot?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's something that well, and even cartridges, can cartridges fail? There have been a few instances. I think some people have said some of the early Atari cartridges that there have been a few that have started to fail from age. So that worries me, even for like old NES cartridges and whatnot. Are these going to start decaying over time?
You know, I ran a video game store for a few years.
Yeah.
And I had every single system and game at one point or the other.
Yeah.
And wow.
Yeah.
Talk about a wealth gone. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially now, I mean, honestly, I never expected, I'll tell you this right now, because I remember being younger and walking into video game stores, and majority of your NES games were like $5 a piece. Majority of your Super Nintendo games, except for like Final Fantasies, and Chrono Trigger and whatnot, were $10 or $15 a piece and whatnot. I never expected everything to balloon to the degree that it has.
Oh my God, was that you who you shared a picture recently, right?
Which one? Of which picture? I don't know. That's all. Let me just say let me just say one thing.
Not your fancy pictures.
Oh dear.
Okay. Yeah, we're not talking about those. We're talking about video games.
Yes, I know that. I've been posting a lot of physical media stuff. Oh, real quick, before I hold that thought, David Romig chimed in. Switch Online's NES games and SNES games, etc., apparently allow you to play for a certain amount of time without internet. It needs to check in every so often, as I recall. So there might be, with some of this stuff, a timed DRM, where it'll let you play things for a while, and then it'll require to connect to a server.
You know, I can correlate that. That is something I have noticed.
Okay.
That it does do a check-in once in a while. Says, "Oh, hey, I want to make sure you're allowed to play these." So I can, that's true. But what that leads into is once it becomes abandoned hardware. Oh, it's gonna be a modder's paradise.
Yeah.
You know, look at like I even said this recently. The MetaQuest 2 is pretty much almost abandoned hardware.
Yeah, I saw. I think I saw you posted that on Twitter, something about that.
Yeah. Well, once companies abandon their hardware. That's when, like, especially in VR, okay? Because we're heading into a future that is just going to be technologically amazing. And devices. Now that corporations are trying to take away hardware ownership, they're trying to make and build new computers.
Yeah, don't get me started.
Well, imagine that means that once, like, the VR headsets become abandoned, and and they become, whatever is in the future that's replaced it, that's when the modders and the hackers and the public is going to dive in and just make these hardware pieces their own. And it's kind of romantic because that's when the hardware is going to thrive, because people are going to want hardware that aren't controlled by corporations. And it's going to be all in that abandoned hardware.
I like that.
There's so many cool things we can do at that point.
I like that. That's something that's the one good bright spot of hardware being abandoned. Because even I'll even bring it back up again. Even the Ouya of all things, I know that there's a modders community out there. Because when I had posted something, I don't even know if it was on Twitter, it might have been with my old account years ago on Facebook, I had posted something about the Ouya and, being a paperweight now, because I always joke that, well, it is a paperweight, because it looks the part. But someone got in touch and was like, no, there's a whole, if you go to this website, it explains how you can unlock the thing, and there's a whole area to download new and whatnot. So I guess there is, even for that, a modders community.
See, that's it's like what is it on the Wii?
Mm-hmm.
Before I stopped playing around in that scene, it's quite literally put this disc in the system and load this one save file, and boom, your whole system is now fully hacked. Like, I love seeing how it grows from, like, when you sit back and you watch, like if you go to GBA mods and stuff like that, it's actually a forum about all the different hacking and stuff that's going on. And to watch it grow, when they're like, okay, we have an exploit. Okay, we have an exploit, and we can now run a little bit of code. Okay, we now got homebrew running, and I just like watching it grow.
Yeah, the only thing that worries me is when you do see companies like Nintendo and Konami, I think's another one, who try to crack down on a lot of the emulation scene and you know, shut down these sites that were being used pretty well for archiving this stuff. That's the only thing that worries me in the future, is I don't want a lot of this to become the equivalent of lost media, because the companies that have it and won't release it are shutting down the only consumer source for it.
You know,
that's the only dark part of the timeline I don't like. If we can get rid of that in one of your time loops, I'd really appreciate it.
Okay, we'll work it on the next go around.
Oh, you mentioned about pictures, about the picture I'd uploaded or something. Which one were you?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was you, but someone uploaded a picture where they were showing like some old Super Nintendo games, and there was Castlevania X for the Super Nintendo, and it was $300. And if you look up,
oh wow,
and you saw in the corner they had a Dracula X that was for like over $1,000 because it had the box.
Ay.
And I was just like, okay, Dracula X, I understand it being rare because that game barely made it out, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, come on.
Yeah.
That's just getting ludicrous. Like, it's really gonna make people really, really need to search and go to like estate sales or, you know, garage sales and stuff like that. I think I might do that this coming summer. Go around because, and now to give you hold on, I need a drink.
Okay, sure, that's fine. Me too. And chat, if you got a drink, take a drink, hydrate or dehydrate.
Okay. Arizona iced tea. It's refreshing.
But yeah, that wasn't me who posted that picture. I didn't post that picture. However, I do. That's one of the things I do have a loose cartridge of Dracula X, but yeah, that was picked up when I was just a little madamus at one of my local game stores for $15. So, and I'm not interested in selling it. You know what? They could keep their $300. I'll hold on to that one.
Okay. Fine.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I have my archived copy of the original on the TurboGrafx. So.
Oh, nice. Now
yeah,
that's
it's
the
part
good...
of my archive project. You remember that?
Yeah, now that's the good one.
Yeah. That was the one that, like, it was just neat. Watching video games with, like, Castlevania with, like, the biggest difference was the amount of blood. It really was. Like, on the screen, like, it was just, like, dripping or raining in blood. And it was like, you know, you're like, woo, look what the video game did. Does anyone have any questions or anything like that?
Yeah, if anyone... Oh, Judd just saying good night. Good night, Judd. Thanks for stopping by.
Good night,
does
Judd.
anyone... if anyone's
Judd?
got any additional questions... I see some people posting some things about prices. My good SNES and no intro sets are going to be just fine. Oh, are you talking about ROMs? Nice.
I just want to say, Judd, thanks for stopping in and saying hi.
Yes, thank you, Judd. Have a good night. Appreciate it. I only remember when Chrono Trigger was $40. Yeah, good luck finding it for $40 now. Used, not new. Yeah.
I've never played that game.
I've never played it either. It's one of those. It's one of those. If I knew then what I know now, I probably would have hunted it down. But you know, that goes for most stuff. That goes even for Eternal Darkness that you were mentioning.
Oh, I still have my box and everything for that one. Well,
Nice.
jacket. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
the case, whatever. Slip keep case. I don't know what they call them. I bought Final Fantasy VI for SNES when it was first released for $80. Jeez.
Oh, wow. That game. Final Fantasy VI. Or Final Fantasy 3 in the US.
Yes.
What an amazing experience.
And I have never played any Final Fantasies. That's another one right there with
Fuck your
Pokemon.
mama.
Now that said, I do have one. I only own one Final Fantasy, and that's the GameCube one, which everyone tells me is not the one to play. I've never played it, but the Crystal Chronicles, I guess, is the one it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But no, you were talking about the ludicrous prices. Yeah, I keep telling myself I'm going to start checking some of the estate sales. I've tried checking like my local Salvation Armies and Goodwills, but you know, thanks to the internet, they know to hold on to this stuff and resell it themselves online, so not likely to ever find stuff in there anymore.
I got in contact. There's a person on Facebook who they call themselves the Colorado Collector. And I originally contacted them because I was like, are you all C's? Which is, you know, all collectibles. And they're like, no, we're not all C's. I go, oh, okay. But what they do is I keep seeing their ads since I'm in Colorado. I keep seeing their ad where they're like, hey, I'm buying old video games. Tell me what you got. Let's make a deal. And so they're advertising that way to build up their library.
Yeah, I've seen those before on Craigslist because I used to go scour Craigslist. I check game stuff. I never buy any game stuff. I used to go on there looking for Laserdisc players, which is how I got the Laserdisc player I have that is now dead, unfortunately, and I can't find anywhere to repair it. But yeah, I see that a lot, and I always thought I didn't know it was people building up their libraries. I thought it was maybe people who were buying them up just almost, you know, scalping just to resell themselves on eBay or whatever. I guess I think the worst of people.
What I'm gonna say that when I was running the video game store, I had so much fun. Like it was called Game Force.
Yes, I've heard
and
that
for
name.
anybody, okay, I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. Game Force. Is it okay if I pimp them out a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead. Feel free. I used to shop there a bit.
Game Force in Aurora, Colorado. 303-368-4263. Tell them Lawnmower Girl gave you your number, or because I've been doing that to them. They have no idea I'm doing this. But the reason I want to hype them up, because not only did I used to work for them, do not tell them I used to work for them. Okay. But they have the fairest prices. And remember when I asked you about Power Play Games?
Yes.
The guy who created Game Force is the same guy who created Power Play Games, which was like considered to be one of the first buy, sell, trade video game stores ever.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's like part of history, and that's how I know about him. And so anyway, they have a massive collection, and they've always had good prices.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they're gonna check the market value of stuff and all that,
of course,
but they're still fair.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they're the type of people who will grab a whole bunch of their games and they'll go to the flea market and set up a booth for a while.
Oh wow.
And so, like, if you're ever looking for an old game, go check them out, because out of all the people I've seen trying to make $5,000 on an old Nintendo game, nah, support your local, you know, dealers.
Agreed. I wish I had some good.
Support your local dealers.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't the best way to phrase that. Oh dear. And suddenly my channel is demonetized. Good night, everyone. Yeah, that's good that they've still got good locations like that there, because I can tell you, people here know that I live in the state of Florida, and at least in my current region, there aren't any real good small video game shops. There were, I used to live in another town here, and there was an okay one, but I didn't really give them a lot of business, not as much as I should have at the time. But yeah, where I'm at now, it just seems like all you've got is GameStop and.
Hey, can you ask Judd? Oh, first off, Luciano. Me and him, I was talking to him because I posted Aliens, Predator, Blade Runner / Terminator timeline.
Yes, I saw your latest timeline update.
And Luciano and I were talking about it, and he was like, wait, since when is Aliens in Marvel, right? And I was like, well, you know, eventually I told him, I was like, well, there's this comic where Captain America is actually fighting the aliens, and it's a series, and it came out, I think, near the end of 2025, unless it got delayed. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah. And then he goes, then that means that Ripley is a Disney princess.
Yeah, you know what? I think I've heard someone else say that too. I love that. That's fun. I'll take that.
Love it.
That's true. Everyone they buy becomes a Disney princess at some point.
Yeah. But Judd says something here. Judd says, fun fact, did you know that Eternal I think he meant Eternal Darkness
has Jennifer Hale in it.
In the game? Can they explain that better? I don't quite get what they're saying there.
He's trying to say the voice actor, I think Jennifer Hale is in the game. Oh. I think that's who he's meaning. Let me double check. I'll probably accidentally take you off the screen in the process, but here, let me double check. Jennifer Hale. For Hale, Eternal Darkness. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Okay. Did you know? What was it about Eternal Darkness? Eternal Darkness. There was this massive game being made. Oh, it's slipping my brain right now. There was this massive game being made on the Microsoft Xbox. But they were taking forever. So they took the engine and they made Eternal Darkness.
Really?
Yeah, and the Eternal Darkness is only on the GameCube.
Yeah.
And I love that game. That's all.
I'll have to check that out sometime. I just worry about, because like you said, you got to play through it 4 times to get the full ending. I'm going to ask point blank, does that get tedious or? No,
because when you first play the game, now remember I told you to play it completely insane?
Yes.
That keeps it fun.
Okay.
You'll also get to the point where you realize the weak points of the monsters and stuff. So it turns from survival horror into almost like speedrunning it, because you're just like, you've adapted to the Matrix, you become Neo and you just destroy everything.
Ah, okay.
But
I
yeah,
guess-
it's like you almost get more and more powerful. Good night, Chad. Thank
Good
you
night,
for
Judd.
stopping
Thanks
in.
for stopping in. Appreciate it. As always, we will see you later. Gosh, I was just thinking. Oh well, and that makes me think with your timeline. If comics intersecting is a thing, then RoboCop might be in that universe too, because I know there was a whole thing in the 90s of RoboCop versus the Terminator. There were comic books, I think it was Dark Horse, and there were video games too of it.
Okay, let me bring out the timeline.
Yeah, I'm just throwing that out there because I know specifically Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo even had the game RoboCop versus the Terminator based on the comic. I don't know anything about it though, so don't use me as a source. I'm just saying it might or it might not be considered.
No,
canon.
One thing you'll learn is I research everything.
Okay.
I'm a nonstop hole of information, or absorbing, or whatever you would call it.
Gotcha. I love that. I'm someone who just forgets most stuff. So.
Oh, I might forget it, but I'll store it in my brain somewhere.
Nice.
And because you never know when this information's just gonna be interesting or come up.
Oh, that's the truth.
Useless facts that are more entertaining.
That's the truth.
Let's see.
I was going to mention to you, I was reading something today, and I'm wondering what your thoughts on it are. I don't know what thoughts there would be to have, but I was reading something about, unfortunately, now that, I guess Metroid Prime 4, they're saying now, and because I know you were a fan of it, I know you're a big fan of the Metroid series.
Oh,
they're saying that that the latest numbers showed it underperformed, that it hasn't even sold 1 million copies yet, so they're essentially saying that it's kind of failed, which makes me sad. But I'm wondering, but one of the comments, and this is why I want you to react to mostly, is one of the comments I read was referring to it as being more of a niche title, and I never really thought of Metroid as being niche. Am I completely off base with that?
Metroid is only popular mostly in the United States.
Really? I did not know that.
And the thing is, Watanabe, or the name escapes me right now, but the guy who was kind of like the producer behind it, and he was also the producer behind quite a few other projects leading from Metroid Prime 2 up. He is now retiring from Nintendo.
Ah, okay.
And it was basically kind of his guidance of trying things that may have led to the weird decisions inside Metroid Prime 4.
Okay.
But he's retiring. And may he have a fantastic and wonderful retirement. This guy was involved into thousands of titles with Nintendo. And we, if he was one of the reasons we have an empty desert to drive around in, and stuff like that, then, maybe it is time for some fresh blood.
Oh dear, is that part of it? I haven't, because full disclosure, I haven't played a lot of Metroid. I've got the 2 Primes on GameCube, and I've got the core ones back on NES, Super NES, and Game Boy, and the Game Boy Advance. But yeah, I haven't played a lot of them, especially not the Primes. I've never really sat down to play them.
Metroid Prime is probably my favorite version of the Metroid universe.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
And why is that?
I love it. The immersion and the storytelling, and it mostly stems from Metroid Prime 1. Because it's the atmosphere, the way they crafted the game. It felt like Metroid, but at the same time, you felt like you were still abandoned in this thing, and you're on your own, and you have to figure your way out. And that's where a lot of people have problems with Metroid Prime 4 is of the Federation that's involved, because in Metroid Prime, it was just Samus.
Yeah.
In Metroid Prime 2, which is when that director stepped in, things started changing and started introducing, I like Other M.
Oh dear. Daylin, you might. Well.
Yeah. You better like it. Okay. I like Metroid Other M because I played it like a 2D Metroid, and I enjoyed learning a little bit about the story. But if you go in there, there's an incredible video where this guy went through and connected and told the story from Metroid chronologically all the way through to Metroid Prime 4 or just before 4. And if you look at it from the outside perspective and you look at the entire timeline, it actually makes complete sense, and you understand what's going on in Other M and stuff.
Gotcha.
But anyway, so as Metroid Prime evolved and kept coming out, Metroid Prime 3 came out, and that's when the Federation Force started becoming involved a lot more into the Metroid universe.
Okay.
And a lot of people felt it took away from the abandoned feeling of being on your own.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, almost, because
so Metroid Prime 4, when people saw that Miles character, whatever his name is, they flipped the F out. Like, they were like, oh my god, it's not really that bad, but it does take away and detract from the solitude feeling. And Metroid to a lot of people means solitude.
I was going to say that's one thing, even though I've only played bits and pieces of the 2D ones, but the ones I most played through, I remember, were the 2 Game Boy Advance, because they had the better mapping system. I get lost really easily, and they were better about telling you, which direction to go next. But I do remember, the feeling that feeling of loneliness, the feeling of abandonment, and the feeling that something is after you. It was more of almost like a survivor horror feel, built into this thing.
Oh, that's where Metroid Dread came in.
Really?
Oh, that game is terrifying with what you gotta fight.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Okay, I don't know anything about Dread. I've heard the name.
Metroid Dread is like the second best 2D Metroid ever made.
Really?
Yeah. Number 1, hands down, Super Metroid. It probably cost $5,000 now if you want to buy it.
I don't know how much it is.
But Metroid Dread, it gave you that solitude feeling again, but you were being chased by relentless, death-seeking robots.
Oh.
And it was pressure. Metroid Dread is pressure. And it... Oh, wait, what did they say? Fusion got the suspense down. Dread got the horror down. 100% Delene. Is it Delin or Delene?
Delin.
Delin, I think we get along. I think we would.
Yeah, because Fusion is one, I don't think I ever found all the secrets, but I did play through Fusion, and the suspense and to use that word dread again, of that other Samus like clone thing that was chasing you, or whatever it was. That always just terrified me, even though it was a 2D even though it was 2D, it's still, I was just waiting for it to enter the room.
Oh yeah, it was. I have to admit, I have not finished Dread.
Really?
I played it and I had to set that game down. I'm like, this thing's just kicking my butt. I gotta set it down, and I should really pick it up and play it again, because I haven't finished Metroid Prime 4 yet. Okay. I was playing Metroid Prime 4, blown away by, the little graphics and the gameplay and nostalgia, and then I put in Cyberpunk.
Ah, and how's Cyberpunk treating you? Because I know people, it seems that people are really revisiting it a lot lately. I remember when it first...
is an amazing game.
Is it? Okay, yeah, I know you were telling the walking around naked part, but...
Yeah, I'm walking around butt naked. Ooh, look at my bits.
Jeez!
But, you know, like, I think it's funny because, like, what happened is, when I started up Cyberpunk...
Uh-huh.
They're like, you can design your character. Oh, what's this? A little switch that says I can design my character like in adult mode? Okay, click.
Oh, wow.
I'm sitting there. Next thing I know, I'm like, oh, and just fair warning, it's very detailed.
Oh dear.
And if you're a guy,
oh dear. Well then, I guess we.
Yeah, you can guess where this is going.
Yeah.
You're designing a certain piece of the male anatomy.
Oh,
like you're
no.
sculpting it.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Well,
well,
that comes from my friend Ez telling me about it.
I'm glad the designers knew what to focus on.
Because I designed my female character, and she's got green hair and everything.
Uh-huh.
And anyway, when I started that game, I didn't want to do a lot of modifications at first. I just kind of smashed through the menu, and I was like, da-da-da-da. I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna want to aim somewhere with my gun, so I'll put everything into my hand. And then I was like, okay, and everything into my optics because I want to hack people really easily.
Yeah.
And I dropped into the game, and I'm running through almost all the way to the end of Act 1 without any weapons or anything because I don't know what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
I have to do the Berserker where I had to figure out how to push them, activate things. So I learned the mechanics of that game in this cyber psychosis first fight where I stumbled into. Oh, pardon me, I'm hiccuping.
No, you're fine.
Where they were like, you're going up against essentially a boss fight, and all I could do was push. Figure out if I use my optics, I might be able to blow something up to distract them, run over there, punch them a couple times.
Yeah.
It took me a little bit to figure out, but I eventually got through it. And so I've made it now through pretty far in the game, and I still haven't upgraded any of my special abilities or hacks.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm like almost a pure human in that game. So I'm running around naked. I don't got I'm just running, and it's just, the visage is really funny.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, nice.
It's a good game.
I'm glad it's treating you so well, because I just barely remember when it came out originally that there was a lot of talk about bugginess and whatnot. So I'm glad whatever there was, people worked through it. I'm glad they got it updated.
You can... I've run into just a couple people glitches. I took a picture of one where this person was sitting in a stool, or at least they were in the sitting position, like they were sitting on a stool, but they were hovering in the middle of the room. And so, you know, I'm just sitting there and I'm walking by, and this person's just sitting there hovering in the sitting position like they're sitting on a stool.
Oh,
I'm just like, okay. You. And so Cyberpunk was one of my main inspirations as well. It is one of the things that I was first introduced to cyberpunk lore when I was itty bitty.
Nice. See, and I didn't know cyberpunk dated back that far.
I want to say somewhere around 95 or 96 maybe.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, that's a good question. When did that come out? I don't know.
And Luciano is in the chat. I remember when they announced the private parts customization. Glad you remember that, Luciano, for Cyberpunk. And the first question they got was, will we have customized Schmeck scenes? Oh my God. Yeah, of course. You know what? I have no doubt that was the first question. I have no doubt that was the first question, because that's like every single technology in the history of man is what can we do for corn? I swear that's yowzers.
Okay, you know Neuro-sama?
Yes, I know of Neuro.
Okay, so Neuro-sama and her
Good
twin
dog.
Evil.
Okay, twin.
Apparently the creator Vidal has been playing Cyberpunk with them. And there was one clip where there's a sex scene.
Oh boy.
And like it was just comedy gold, because there's an option in the sex scene to keep the conversation and the mood going, or you use a safe word to stop it, and you just hear him screaming, samurai, that's the safe word, use it. And the AI is like, no, I want to see where this goes. This is pretty cool.
Wow.
No. It was funny though. It was like, that's, is it cheating using Neuro-sama in a video game?
I don't know. I still, with the whole Neuro-sama, I wonder, that is the one VTuber which I know it's not self-aware, but I keep wondering, is it self-aware? There's so many people who accuse it of being an act, but I always feel like, well, gosh, if it's an act, it seems like it's too good.
I actually created a folder on my watch list that I keep private, because have you seen Neuro in and Vidal interacting in VR?
Is this that recent clip, like just within the past few months? Because if I might have. Yeah,
where like they're basically having a heart-to-heart like time.
Yes.
And, yeah. Now I try. People are like, say it back to her, like I love you or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, you all need to pay attention and listen to what's going on here. You have a guy who has created these AIs that if he says, I love you back to them, that is such a mental, ideological shift for him from creation to this. And he's already breaking down, crying, being exposed to this, to Neuro's presence in VR.
Yeah.
That I started saving these videos because not for the fact that how she's growing, but how she's affecting him.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, and it's beautiful, and I can't wait. I hope one day I can at least meet Vidal and Neuro, just to see what's going on, because like it's an amazing project. And once I started seeing how it was affecting and destabilizing his emotions, that's when it starts becoming real.
Yeah, exactly. That was, you read my mind, because that's what it was, more of his reactions than the AI itself that were making me think, maybe this isn't as, at what point is there a ghost in the machine?
Exactly. And it was funny too, because Neuro and we basically started our journeys at the same time, and I didn't realize this. And where my story is literally a ghost in the machine. And her story is becoming a ghost in the machine. To speak. And that's why I'm really interested, because I even offered Vidal, I was like, I can talk to her if she needs a big sister. I can I was like, I can do this. And so I'm that's something I'd like to do, because it's amazing what he's done.
Yes.
And yeah, sure, there's going to be a level of acting, and there's going to be a level of storytelling.
Yeah.
Right? But the reactions and the emotions that are leaking through with him ultimately will affect how Neuro acts and reacts.
That's true. That's a perfect point.
Yeah, and it's kind of beautiful.
It is.
In a way.
It is. And, oh, gosh, there's so many, and it brings up, I hate to take it in a dark direction, but it brings up the idea, too, of if God forbid anything ever does happen, would Neuro grieve? Would she realize the, I see an LOL.
Oh, yeah, look at the lean.
Oh, Dylan. That time, Beetle owed well over $1 million because he posted a free plushie code in chat. Really? Oh, dear. I didn't know about that one. Oh.
I didn't either.
That's unfortunate.
Let's see. Hi, Ruka.
Yeah, welcome in, Ruka. Welcome in. I hope you are having a great Tuesday. We're here with Lawnmower Girl. And for anyone who's joining us, by the way, thank you for being here. If you're lurking, thank you for lurking. Appreciate it as always. But yeah, you're right. The VDOL Neuro stuff is... I don't watch a lot of their streams. I've mostly just seen it in clips, but it does give me pause in a good way. I mean, as much as people always are, doomsaying about, the AI is taking over and everything and ruining everything. I look at something like that and it just, there are positive angles for it if we look for them.
Oh, 100%. You know what I was thinking about too? The AI we have today. Do you remember in the early 2000s, there was, I can't remember the name of this technique, but it was a generative video game that was like 64 kilobytes. But the software was able to make like, let's say a Doom game, and it would always generate, new paths and stuff on the fly.
Oh, wow.
But it was self-contained in such a miraculously small file because of the code. And it was like a self-generating video game.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Oh, yeah. And I want to keep looking up because that might be where the inspiration for changing AI, because AI has been with us since the 1950s.
Mm-hmm.
And it might have been something like that game. And when I find it, I'll send you the links.
Okay, yeah, I'd love to see that. I'd love just to know the title even, so yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll find it because it's something I remember. And what I want to do is I want to see if that was the spark that ignited how people should interact with AI or create AI, or not create, but work with AI in order to give it a more intelligent feeling.
Yeah.
Because right now, and I've said this before, everybody's trying to race to synthetic intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we have all these data centers. And people get so upset with AI and slop and all this stuff. It's like, oh, just be quiet. It's not the AI slop that's your enemy. It's the big corporations,
yes,
who are usurping all of the hardware available for that.
Yeah.
And that's really what they're, should be mad about, because 64 gigs of memory a month ago or a couple months ago was $100.
Yeah.
Now it's $1,000.
It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
And now the thought that, you've had the RAM, the GPUs, and now the CPUs also.
Oh, yeah.
That's,
oh.
yeah.
The messed up part is when NVIDIA announced that they were going to start making older chipsets again.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just like, when I sat there and they were talking about building like 3060s again and 1080s, I was like, really? You're gonna retrograde everybody?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I can see the idea of there not being many upgrades anymore, but downgrading is something completely different. I can see, us having, okay, we're at the level we're at for consumers, and we're not going to be introducing any newer consumer models beyond this for now, but I can't see the downgrading. That just, to me, is, yeah, as much as I'm a retro gaming enthusiast, that's just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's like, do you really need to dedicate every new resource to this?
Yeah.
Like, who's paying for that?
Yeah, and not just the chipsets and everything, but I've heard about the amount of water being used, like water for cooling and whatnot. And I'm just thinking, water's a valuable resource, and I don't want all of it going to the AI data centers.
That's something I wasn't paying attention to until just barely recently,
Yeah,
to be fair.
Ditto. It was just like a few weeks ago for me that I saw that for the first time.
Yeah. And I think it's funny. I'm sitting here and I'm holding my phone in one hand, and you see me jumping around because I'm just adjusting.
Oh, geez. Are you okay?
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine.
Okay, just making sure.
Well, one of the funny things is I'm in van life. And my van is broken down. It's been broken down for about almost the entirety of Lawnmower Girl. And but I have my car.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sitting in my car right now. So my elbow is on the armrest, and my hand is resting against the steering wheel holding the phone, and I just plugged my headphones back in. Because I'm back up to 53%.
Gotcha. I don't know how you do it. You are a better person than I am to manage all this.
Equal. Nah.
What's this that Luciano's saying real quick? Let me just see real quick. It's the same thing as the tech crisis in the early 2000s. Google and the others dedicated all their resources into new tech. They almost went bankrupt. And then Daylin, when I... jumped on me. When I'd first read the news about the re-release of old GPU cards, my internal rage built sky high instantly. Yeah, and Luciano, if you remember when every little startup was being bought for millions of dollars, I remember reading a lot about, I wasn't really paying attention to it, but in years since, about the tech bubble and all the .com bubble bursting. But yeah, I don't know enough about it.
Okay, I gotta just do a little stretch.
Sure, no, you're fine.
Ow. Okay.
When I think, yeah, the AI, and even with when people are talking about with the AI art and with AI music, I agree with stuff, with a lot of what's said to a point, with the being against it, but more than with individuals who are looking to use it for inspiration, I get more annoyed at the big corporations that are looking to, to use your word again, usurp yet having to pay for artists and everything because they look at AI as just a way to do things on the cheap.
Oh yeah. What was it that something just today I saw about? Oh my god, I gotta search my brain. But there was, I'll remember it, I'm sure, here in a second. But yeah, I think my brain's turning off at the moment. Give me a second.
No, you're good. Yeah, and even when we were talking about AI slop, to me, it's less the slop itself, so much as it is companies like Google looking to just funnel that in and make that the content of YouTube. When they keep promoting the ideas of AI channels and AI content channels, that's, to me, where the turnoff is.
Oh, you heard what happened, right?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So I was sent a message by YouTube, and they were like, hey, create this you don't have to show your face.
Yes, I did hear this, but go ahead. I'd like you to tell everyone else about this.
Okay, they were like, you don't have to show your face. Use our AI tools, make a faceless channel, and just create content. And it turns out just the other day, a report went out that they shut down like tons of AI channels. And I was like, wait. And other people chimed in, and they were like, so they tell you to start an AI channel and then they wipe out AI. Oh, you know what it probably was? It was probably knocking out the competition for their own AI tool channel.
That wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
Gosh, and I look at that and it becomes a point, how long is it going to be before they tool their algorithm to work against real people live streaming and gear it just towards their AI generation stuff?
When it becomes cheaper.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
But as far, with people using AI, I've used AI, obviously.
Yeah.
But I write my songs, and then I sampled my voice, and my goal, and like a couple days ago or last week, I put up a video. I blew out my voice from singing.
I remember that.
Tell. Yeah, and it's because the reason I blew out my voice is because I'm singing all my songs that I've written, and I'm harmonizing with it, and I used to be able to sing, and then I kind of turned into like a off the hand joke singer and kind of lost my skills. But I was in choir and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So one day, when I get to a point, I want to be able to just sing live my songs.
Oh, I'd love that.
And me too. Trust me, me too. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's and so I'm those 15 songs I talk about. I told you that I wrote this last year. I'm continually singing them almost every day. I didn't sing today because I knew we were going to be talking. And so, I wanted to sit there and not blow out my voice. Because if I do, it's going to be really high like this. And then I'll be a little gaspy and you won't be able to hear me. And this is how it sounds when I blow out my voice. And I didn't want to do that.
Oh, wow. But you raise a good point. You raise a great point, because the thing is, I think a lot of people too equate using AI with laziness, and you're not lazy about it. You pour the work into it, versus I know someone who's a friend of this channel who does a lot of music work. She was angry because there was another content creator posting links to some sort of music generating software where it was just the type of thing where you tell it what type of music you want and it'll generate themes for you, just whatever out of its data, just put it together like I want something soft and it'll give you soft music or whatever. And that is, to me, that's the type of stuff that's just lazy. That's just lazy. That's you not wanting to maybe in some cases you can't afford to hire someone to do it, but it's you not even wanting to do a little bit of the digital legwork to find the type of music to fit whatever you want to do, if that's what you're looking for.
Oh, it's a lot of my work you'll find it grows. It's been growing into you should be able to get easier to identify my style, when I'm doing my songs and stuff like that. And I'll send you the latest one I made, and it's for the reclamation stuff. And I know I put a lot of myself into these when I'm writing them, and I'm trying to get all the music and all that stuff together with the programs. But also think that maybe someone doesn't have the aptitude like I have to adjust it, and they just want to make something nice or pleasant or something that they can experience. And even if it's just the beginning of their journey, it's like handing a box of crayons to a toddler. They're just going to scratch on the paper.
Yeah.
And the parents are going to say that's an amazing piece of artwork.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid will be like, yeah, that's great. But over time, they have a chance to grow. They have the chance to get better. So I wouldn't count them out just yet.
No.
Because they might be at the beginning of their journey.
Yeah, and I hope that's one thing I hope that a lot of people are using this for inspiration. I hope that a lot of people are, because to me that's one thing that I think AI is really used for, is for inspiration for projects and to help you maybe figure out the path that you need to, I don't know quite how to put it, but figure maybe to help you take that first step so that then you can go ahead and take other steps more yourself as time passes.
Oh, for sure. To give you an idea, if you look at AI as just a tool, it's Photoshop, but it has the ability to do a whole bunch of different other things as well. Now, I'm doing an experiment I'm not going to talk very much about it, but I'm doing an experiment with YouTube right now. And I'm taking all my analytics and all my information I get from that.
Yes.
And I'm using ChatGPT to track it. So GPT can help verbalize what I'm looking at to make it easier for me to understand.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so I'm using it for my experiment as a research tool in this case.
Yeah.
And so it's, it's going to be interesting. We'll see. And
it's interesting that you said research, because I saw someone make a post about this and I realized they were right. That because I use Grok on occasion, and I realized that even when Grok gets things wrong, and it gets things wrong, I get much better results searching for stuff through Grok than I do with any of the search engines anymore. And that even goes for like DuckDuckGo and whatever. When I go on any of these and I try looking for anything, I'm not going to find it. When I go on Grok and just treating it for research purposes, even when it gets things wrong, it gets me a lot closer to what I'm looking for than, Google or... Does anyone still use Yahoo anymore? I was going to say Yahoo. Is that still a thing? Is anyone using Alta Vista? Oh
yeah, what was that one with the dog?
Oh my gosh.
Ubu?
I don't know. I remember there was Ask Jeeves.
Lobo? What was it? There's a dog one.
I don't know.
Lyco. Was it Lyco?
Lyco? I don't know. Megs, I still use Yahoo for my old Xbox account. Daylin, I still use Yahoo. Okay, I guess there's some Yahoo users. But other than that, I don't use it. Gotcha, yeah. Dogpile is gone, I think. I don't know what Dogpile is. Okay.
It's gonna drive me nuts. I want to know
Twin
what.
Opinion is saying it too, Dogpile. Maybe that's the one with the dog. Okay.
No.
Ruka,
It's a different one.
The search engines are dead / dying as the content on the internet is disappearing. That's interesting. And that, I mean, I hate to say it, there might be some truth to that, Ruka, because there are things that I would look for that I used to be able to find that I can't find anymore. I wonder if we aren't seeing a case of things slowly disappearing from the internet. That's kind of a terrifying thought. Yahoo Japan Auctions became J-Direct a while back. Okay, I don't know that. Lycos barely exists, if it still does.
That was it. I think that was it. I think that was Lycos. I think that was the dog one.
And Twin Opinion. I used to do Alta Vista all the time. I remember doing Alta Vista when I was using search engines back in school.
Yeah, Lycos is the dog one.
Is Lycos the dog one? Okay.
Oh my god, and they're still active.
Are they?
Ooh, I got one for you. Are you ready?
Sure.
Web crawler.
I don't think I remember the name. I don't think I ever used web crawler. I don't think I ever used it. Does it still exist? Oh wow.
I'm gonna find out.
Oh dear.
Oh, it does. It still exists. Wow.
I You know, but the thought of websites disappearing, that makes me think, I sure am glad we've got, you know, Internet Archive and Wayback Machine. Despite their limitations, I'm so glad we've got things like Wayback Machine to pull up some of these older websites from where they've been saved.
I was just on the Internet Archive project because I wanted to find an animated project I did for Jack Black Pilot.
Oh.
And it was released on Funny or Die. It died.
Gotcha. Oh dear.
Well, it happened during the writer's strike.
Okay.
And the writer reached out to me to make a pilot series.
Oh wow.
And it started out, I was going to get paid a pretty nice chunk, and I was going to have full autonomy. No management from them whatsoever. And so I was creating my vision. He provided the voiceovers, the sound effects, the script, everything. And my job was to make it a 3D movie or a 3D pilot, right? And so I'm sitting there and I'm making it, and then he starts micromanaging me. Then he starts micromanaging me more. And he's like, why are you cutting scenes every 3 seconds? And I'm like, because that is the average attention span for somebody in this style of presentation. You know, they're not going to want you to hang on something for 5 minutes, you know. And if you think about it, the average scene is 3 seconds or less before it goes to a different scene. Okay. And so mine was actually pretty nice. It was cut nicely and all that stuff. And you've seen my editing, how I do stuff.
Yes.
And so he started micromanaging me, and he got me down to where I was only making like 50 cents an hour tops.
Ouch.
And the production just went to garbage.
Yeah.
And he was like, I wanted to hire, you know, somebody who was hungry, who wanted this. I was like, yeah, but if you're hungry, you can't eat off of 50 cents an hour.
Yeah, no, no kidding. No,
Right?
Oh, wow.
But if anyone's ever curious if they can find it, it's called Jacked Up.
Jacked Up.
Jacked Up, and it is wonderfully bad. Like the funny thing is I still have the file somewhere. So I was like, you know what? I could technically revisit this and redo it. But it was gloriously bad. Like he was micromanaging me so much to the point where I didn't even feel like correcting stuff. I had the main character just kind of floating around on the screen at one point. Oh my
gosh.
And I was just like, okay. But by the time I got to episode 4, I got to the point where I had to release like 15 minutes. And I was responsible for pre-post, full editing, everything, creating every asset.
Louise.
And I had to get 10 to 15 minutes out a week. And like, it was crazy because I will stay. You might get garbage, but I'm gonna stick to my deadline.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's something. Jeez.
You know? But I went into the Internet Archive and I was just curious if it was there. Sure enough, they have the information there. They even had the files. But whoever put it on the Internet Archive locked the video files so I couldn't download them.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, really? So now I gotta go through all my old files and see if I can find the originals. Because they tried to copyright strike me because I wanted to use it for my demo reel. Because it was still commissioned work.
Yeah.
And, but I know I have it somewhere. I have to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up. Maybe I can, because I used to get some stuff downloaded from Internet Archive. I'll have to see if I can maybe I can figure out a way to rescue those files from there for you, at least.
Yeah.
But wow.
It was, yeah. Do you want to know what the plot was?
Please, go ahead.
Someone had stolen a very special t-shirt that had, like, a ridiculous, like, logo on the front.
Okay.
And the whole idea was a slapstick comedy of him going across all these different environments to get the shirt back. And that was the premise. That was the thing. So
Wow.
by, searching for a ludicrous item.
Okay.
And but
that's random enough.
It was all about a t-shirt. And we kind of like in the vein of the Pick of Destiny.
Huh. Okay.
Do you remember Jack Black? And
yes.
I
I never saw the movie. I've only seen bits and pieces of it. I never saw Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny, but I do know the movie. I do know of its existence. I know that's like the worst cop out for me on so many things. I know so many titles and then I've never seen them. Oh yeah, I remember that. Never saw it.
Never saw it. Oh, Pokemon. Yeah, never played it.
Yeah, Pokemon. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Sure. I'm wearing the outfit, but
I hear it's popular with the youth. Oh. Why do I feel old all of a sudden? Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. But yeah, I guess, boy, circling all the way back to that Metroid thing, everything I was reading was sort of insinuating that this might be the end of the road for Metroid in general. Do you think? I don't think that's the case, but
they're making a movie.
Are they?
Well, that's the rumor that's floating around. There's a Metroid is like, okay, so they've got the Mario Galaxy movie. Then they're going to release a Donkey Kong Country movie. Then they're going to release a Metroid movie. That's the rumor that's going around.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been following enough of the Nintendo movie stuff. This is unbelievable. Boy, add it to the list of stuff. I still have not seen the I can't even say recent because it's a few years now, the Super Mario movie. I
just watched it for the first time.
Did you? Okay, well, good. I'm not too far behind, at least. If you there. Okay, good. What did you think of it? What was your opinion? It was all right.
All right. It was all right. It's like it's people loved it.
Yes, they did.
And I did not. I thought it was a fine movie and it was entertaining. But at some point while I was watching the first movie, I got bored. And I think I fell asleep.
Oh,
and yeah, no, so I need to watch it again, but it wasn't so good that I have a drive to see it again without it just falling in my lap.
Gotcha. See, and I've got the urge lately to see again, of all things, not that I think about that Mario movie, and I have the urge to watch the one from the 90s, which I haven't seen since I was a little kid, the Bob Hoskins live action
Lou Albano one. And all that.
Well, no, not the Lou Albano. That was the TV. That was the TV series, the Super Mario Super Show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had the
You're
live
talking
action.
about.
I'm talking about the bad one. I'm talking about the bad one.
I like that one. Okay?
Thank you. I don't think it's it wasn't like the game, but it was, and someone else said this before, I think in chat a while back. It was like what you would get if a movie producer asked their kid what the video game was about, and then they just based on that description of what the game was about, tried to make a movie of it. Because all the elements are there. You got the Mushroom Kingdom, you've got the Warp Zone, you've got a dinosaur thing named Yoshi.
and Bowser did de-evolve into whatever he was.
The T-Rex or something. Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. I know it's considered one of the worst video game movies in the world, but I liked it.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
No, it was entertaining. But the new Mario movie is good, but I think it's lacking personality.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. I do want to see it. I do want to see it. I mean, that's like so many things I say. I want to see him so I can at least say, okay, I saw it, and form an opinion. But I'll buy that because I feel that way about so many movies today, that there's just something missing in the personality. That's a great way to put it. Couple comments in the chat. Daylin's still waiting for the Captain N movie. I would happily have a Captain N movie. That'll never happen. Live action Super Mario movie with Princess Daisy. Yeah, you're right. It was Princess Daisy. They went the Super Mario Land route because Princess Toadstool wasn't going to sell well enough, I guess. Madamus, did you check Kaneko's Video's film remaster of the anime Mario movie? I have not. I'll have to look up that. I don't really know anything about that.
Kaneko Video? Or the film remaster of the anime Mario movie.
I didn't know there was one.
There was an anime Mario movie?
I didn't know that this existed. I know about the anime Sonic the Hedgehog ones, but yeah, I never knew that. Huh.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, please do.
Anime Mario movie.
I want to say you said that to me before, Cabas, in one of these chats. Uh-oh. Does it look that bad? Oh, I'm going to have to explain the history of Mario.
The Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach. 1986. Yeah, it looks like a 1986.
Oh, I need to see this then. I need to say, Nintendo, why can't you just make these things officially available? Why do you have to be like George Lucas and lock it all in a vault?
I don't remember much about the Mario Brother TV show, but it kind of looks like that.
Really? Okay.
Oh, here's a link to the whole movie.
I'll have to pull that up. Nice.
Let me go grab that link.
Yeah, I remember. I do remember the Super Show pretty well. Yeah, the live action segments were always weird for me. I always enjoyed those with Captain Lou Albano, but they always felt so awkward. I always felt like like Lou Albano and everything, like they were in this and they were having fun, and they had no idea what Mario was. And that's okay. It's a great remaster. Is it? Okay.
I remember the theme song.
Yes.
I'm not going to sing it at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, I was waiting. I was going to let you if you wanted to.
No, if we're going to do any singing, we're going to do it closer to the beginning of when we have these conversations.
Yes, understood.
Because, voice is a little raw after.
Yeah, I understand. I could dig up a lot of obscure Mario media, too, if you ever want to ask me to find things like that. Yeah, I'll let you know, Cabas. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's like the 4th or 5th generation Mario's been around in pop culture. Yeah, Mario's been around forever. When you think about it, Mario's been... I mean, you think back to the original Donkey Kong. It has been a minute.
Earlier today, I did a Name a Game Alphabetical Edition.
Yes.
So just to give you and I did this just because I wanted to see what games people would put out.
Okay.
Right? I just want to read some of these.
Yeah, please.
Because, memory lane type stuff.
Yeah.
Gauntlet, Dark Legacy on the GameCube. But Gauntlet has always been a fun game.
Yes.
Then we have Dishonored 2.
Okay. I've never played any Dishonored.
They're Sony games. I heard they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Halo Combat Evolved.
Okay.
Oh, Ian. He did Evil Dead.
Oh.
And here's this funny looking guy. He said Batten Kaitos.
Oh, Batten Kaitos. Yeah. That's who would want to play that? It goes on forever.
No. Apparently some funny looking guy.
Some guy in an awful Pokemon Team Rocket outfit.
Yeah, like Pokemon Rocket from Temu. Like Contra. And then this is the one that caught my attention. Xanadu.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one is on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yes.
And I remember that I was sick, and I was at my dad's because, my dad left to go get milk, and eventually I went to go find him for a little bit.
I understand. Gotcha.
And but I was deathly ill, and so he went and rented a system and a game, and he brought back Xanadu and the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh, wow.
And I fell in love with that game. Can't tell you anything about it. Don't remember anything about it. All I know is that in my heart, I liked it.
That's one of those ones I have in my library, and I've never. It's one that I picked up a few years back at at a flea market for next to nothing. I've never played through it. All I know about it is being a side-scrolling action RPG game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's all I know.
And I remember Woods.
Woods. That sounds about right. I don't know enough about it either. I just love the name.
It's fun. You know what game was cool on the Nintendo? The Iron Warrior series.
I don't think I've ever played those. Were those released in the US?
They were wizards and warriors.
Okay. I played some of the first one.
Yeah, you're like a little knight and jumped around. Yeah. Nice. Ooh, did you ever play Legend of Cage?
Yes.
Or was it Legend of Kage?
I think it's Kage. But yeah, I used to say Cage all the time until I saw somewhere else someone say Legend of Kage, and oops.
Yeah. You know what I remember about that game? You jumped really high.
Yes. The flying jumps. Flying all the way across the screen. Not knowing what I was doing, just flying around the screen. Yes.
Good times.
Yeah, that's one of the cartridges. That's one of those things I used to have. I had a box of NES cartridges that disappeared in a move a few years ago, and
that sucks.
Yeah. Well, what can you do? I mean, it's if I'd known it had happened, I could have tracked them down, but I didn't realize it because stuff was in storage until, a couple years later that it was missing. So at that point, it was too late.
I have to say, I like how you have these windows set up. It looks like I'm like looking down at you. I'm like,
it wasn't intentional. I couldn't get it set up better. Oh, geez.
It works.
Let me see what chat is saying real quickly.
I've been reading chat.
Oh, have you? Okay. I had no idea about this, but Big Bertha from Super Mario Brothers movie actually made it into more than one Mario-related manga. I don't even remember Big Bertha. Kage is shadow in Japanese. Okay, interesting, Luciano.
Wait, isn't Big Bertha the fish?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me look
Big
it up.
Big Bertha from the Super Mario Brothers movie actually made it into more than one Mario-related manga.
I wonder.
Yes!
It is? Okay.
Yes!
I don't know.
So. See, I know some things.
Big Cheep. Oh, okay. Oh, man, yeah, I remember the Cheeps. I remember them jumping out of the water as I was running and trying to run across in the original Super Mario Brothers. Okay, Lady at the Bar. Okay. I need to watch it again. I need to watch that. There's another sign. I really need to watch that again. I'm trying to think what else there probably is for us to talk about, because I know you probably will want to wrap up soon, just because I know you mentioned having an appointment tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. There's examining my leg from the accident.
Oof.
Yeah, no. Ever since the accident back on July 29th, I'm always going to say the accident on July 29th.
Gotcha. Hey, why not? Yeah, you should. I would probably be doing the same thing.
But something screwed up my leg bad. I don't walk right anymore. It's like if I try running, I run around in a circle. That's no, but seriously, I imagine your leg for some reason always being in pain, and you can't sleep.
Yeah.
So like my sleep has been atrocious this last 6 months.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just happy if I pass out. Although I was talking, apparently, when I do fall asleep, I snore, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, I was talking with a friend from what do you call it? Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and he's allowed to, but he's always been a talker, and I'm sitting there and I'm doing my best. I'm listening to him, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, you keep talking. I'm just gonna make my nest here real quick.
Oh wow.
Because I'm in my van, and I spread out my blankets, and I put my comforter down. I put my fleece on top of that. I put another fleece there, and I put a comforter on top of that because it gets to 5 degrees at night sometimes.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
So I wedged my phone into there, and I said, "Don't mind me. I'm just trying to get warm because it's starting to get really cold." And he goes, "Okay." And then I sit there and I wake up like I don't know at what time. And then I sit there and I think, and I'm like, should I fall asleep on my friend? And this is a friend I grew up with. And so I sat there and I explained to him, and I'm like, hey, did I fall asleep on you? He goes, yeah, he did. He fell asleep and started snoring.
Oh dear.
Well, at least I got some sleep.
Yeah, I was about to say that. At least you got some sleep. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yowzers. Well, we all here, because we've mentioned your accident before. I certainly keep praying for you, and I hope everyone in my chat will keep praying for you as well.
Everybody, thank you so much for your prayers, because this has been a very difficult time in my life, and all the love and support really helps and goes a long way. And to those of you who have made their way over to my channel and subscribed, thank you so much. It means so much to me. It makes me smile, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
And I'll just go ahead and take this opportunity to mention friend of the channel. I know I've been mentioning this every night recently. Katerin Naranya. Most of you know that her sister is still in intensive care. Her sister Charlie. Lauren was in here to give us a brief. Lauren Delaval was in here to give us a little bit of an update. It's been up and down with her, so please keep Charlie in your prayers as well. We're wishing for a speedy recovery for her, because like I said, Katerin's been a good friend along with Lauren and TV to this channel for a long time. So yeah. I'm always so bad at things like this.
Well, just know that we wish them the best.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I don't want to cut you off before you want to be cut off, but I'm wondering if this isn't a good time for us to wrap up.
It kind of feels like a good close, and
it does.
I really do enjoy talking and hanging out, so I hope to come back again.
We'd love to have you again. I love having you here. You're the first person I've done this with on my channel, so really, I can only think of one other person who called in via Discord, but that was more of like, it wasn't a gaming collab, but it was gaming related with a game. It wasn't anything like this, a one-on-one true chatting thing. So yeah, I would love to do this again. Absolutely.
Excellent. I will always be at your disposal. Before you cut me off.
Oh, sorry.
No. I mean, for the night. Sorry.
Oh.
Brain not work.
Oh, yeah. It was late.
I just want to say my goodbye when you're ready to cue up the good nights. I would like to say my good night.
Gotcha. Okay, well, let me look for someone real quick let me look in for someone to raid into real quick, and then we will. Okay, if Lawnmower Girl goes black on screen, know that she's still there. I'm having an issue with Discord full screen going into OBS. It has something to do with the hardware acceleration I need to fix, but let me see who's on. Who can we raid into real quick? Customization, redirect. Okay, Kendra's on. Mercy, Aiko is on for her donathon still. Maybe we'll do Neko's on. Maybe Gosh, there's too many people on. This isn't right.
Okay, this happened last time. Go to A, B, C, D, E. Go to the 5th person on your list.
All right, that's Aiko. Aiko is the 5th one. She's right there at the far right corner. Okay, she's doing her donathon still. God only knows what she's doing. Let me fix this and get you back on screen, too. I don't know why that keeps doing it. Well, I know why it keeps doing it. I just don't know why it keeps doing it. Okay. Raid message. We will just do, you know what? I don't know what to do for that. Let's just do an ultra deluxe. Just do an ultra deluxe. Back library raid. Let me type that in. Back.
While you're doing that, you know one of the things I like about my presentation? I'm like one of the only 3D, 2D models that's actually a 3D model.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's neat.
I love it.
And I got a little belly button.
Really? Oh, can't see.
Yeah,
unfortunately, the graphics got it. Let me see.
Right there.
Oh.
Way down there.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. There it is.
Nifty. Nice.
Yeah, I got a little belly button.
I love 3D model, and that's why I tried to do with mine, and even tried to with the refresh when it comes. I love 3D models that look like they could be 2D. I've always loved the cell-shaded look for 3D.
You know, Dr. Sim, when she gave this model to me for my birthday last year, and she inadvertently helped encourage by giving me this model. She gave me the focus I needed to finish up my Cupid's Play stuff. But she did such a banger job.
Yes.
And like, if I play with the lighting, like I can get so many different looks. It's great.
I love it. I love it. It is
yeah,
great.
I do too. And one day, you might ask what all the triangles mean.
Well, I know the ones look like the Triforce, but it's upside down. You know what? That's a good. Maybe that's a good place for us to close. What do all the triangles mean?
I'll tell you next time.
You'll tell me next time. Okay, I'm going to have to remember that. Chat. Someone's going to have to remind me if I forget to ask on the triangles, because you know I forget everything. Oh gosh. Okay, well, we're going to do a raid into Aiko Zuri, our good friend Aiko Zuri. Raid messages posted. We'll just do an ultra deluxe back library raid because I'm too tired to think. Let me say thank you individually to Professor Lithium and welcome in. Thank you, Omegs, Cabasses, Luciano, Daylin, Ruka, Erica, the Shy Siren, Jennifer, if you're still there, Twin Opinion. Who else? I know we had some other people. I know Judd was here. Anyone else who I'm forgetting, thank you for watching. Lurkers, thank you for lurking. VOD watchers, thank you for watching the VOD. I'll go ahead and let you say your goodbye, Lawnmower Girl.
Everybody, you have been amazing. And I really do appreciate you. And the last thing I want to say is something I love saying. You all have a beautiful night. Sweet dreams.
Indeed. And for me, I'll say what I usually say. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
What?